Hello, and you're listening to You Still Going On About That with Rob Israel and Joseph K. You could find us anywhere you could download podcasts. Like, comment, and subscribe. You could also follow us on our Instagram at YSGOAT, Facebook at YSGOAT, and at Twitter, YSGOAT. Thank you. I'm Rob Israel.
I'm Joseph K.
Are you still going on about
that?
All right, Joseph, what do you want to talk about today?
The entire year.
Yeah. It's our year in review 2020.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we've
Or
done
2019.
2019, yeah.
Sorry, leading up to 2020. But you could slice that now.
Right.
For next year and add that 2020 thing I just did.
Yeah. Our work is done.
It's done. It's
working a year in advance.
2019.
Well, we've done this for like almost a year. You know, we started
like first. Fuck, I don't even know.
I'll bet you it was January 30th or so, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
And we've...
we lost the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
The review.
The best one.
Still the best episode.
Yes, yeah. Well, I remember that. It was...
That's where we released Who Killed JFK.
Right, yep.
Who killed that...
Scene-by-scene analysis of the Zapruder film.
Who's that guy everyone keeps saying? Epstein.
Oh, yeah, right.
We even though he wasn't dead yet.
We cracked that D.B. Cooper case.
Yeah, all of them. What's his name?
The... Cobb? Who are you talking about?
Sorry, something I was looking at my phone a second. That famous guy, they buried Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa, yes.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yep.
Aliens, Area 51. Everyone was revealed.
Yeah.
What was that little girl that was killed? The parents.
Oh,
Ramsey, is her name?
JonBenet Ramsey.
JonBenet Ramsey. Yep.
Yeah. And the woman in Casey
Anthony.
Casey Anthony. Yeah.
Right. We had them all solved. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, we did. Okay, so we got together. I think we started talking about maybe doing a podcast.
Oh, and we also played the pee-pee tape. Trump's pee-pee tape.
Oh, yes. Delightful.
Hold on, I can play a clip right now. You're in so much good and delicious urine. Click. Wow, that was crazy.
You're not going to see that on the Inside Edition.
No, nope. Only here, goats.
Well, yeah. So we talked about it. I think around Halloween or so, and then. The New Year came around, and we're like, yeah, let's give it a shot.
The hell are we going to talk about in the last one? We already talked about Star Wars.
Well,
we talked about Star Wars, and we talked about Star Wars.
I'll bet you we did, do 20% of our episodes on Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. We did the entire series.
Yeah.
We did that first one, the Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One and Solo. Uh-huh.
And then we did all 8 movies.
Yep.
And then the 9th one.
Yeah.
The reaction or whatever. It's not a full episode. But...
Well, you're right, because if we have 60-some episodes, at least 10 of them are Star Wars.
And we bring up Star Wars in almost every episode.
That's true.
It gets brought up. We brought out, we did a trailer analysis. We talked about fucking Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Or probably the first episode for next year will be the review of The Mandalorian.
Right.
Or I guess to talk about Mandalorian, even though we've talked about The Mandalorian.
Right, because that comes out in about 2 hours for us.
And I will not be sleeping tonight. I'll be watching that.
Yeah, I will 100% be watching that, because I didn't take the week off work for that, although maybe subconsciously, my daughter's like, hey, can you take the week off so I don't have to go to a childcare center? And I was like, let me check to see. Yeah, I will absolutely.
I'm curious to see how long they'll make us wait for another season. I don't think it's going to be a year. I think it's going to be a lot longer.
You think it'll be longer?
I have no idea. I feel like if they're not filming it yet, if they haven't started filming it, it's going to be at least another year.
Are we sure they're not filming it yet, though?
Who knows? I mean, they could be keeping shit secret. I mean, they kept Baby Yoda secret.
Right, from everyone except us.
Yoda.
Well,
right, because I revealed that. Well,
back in May.
I told them.
Yeah.
I said, and they had the Baby Jar Jar.
Baby Jar Jar.
And they had to go back and refilm everything.
Right.
So, you're welcome, America. Welcome, world.
Well, did you see...
You're welcome, Star Wars.
I mean, we'll get to a more structured overview momentarily, but did you see, I posted this earlier today.
Baby Sonic.
Baby Sonic.
Do you think that that's always been in the movie?
No.
And, I think it has been, because I think when they make these type of movies, sometimes they'll do something like where they show him as like a kid, like the Grinch, they have him as a baby.
Okay, sure.
There's a small chance, but you could be right. Like, so you posted an image. Where did you get it? Was it?
I saw it on Twitter. It was everywhere. I mean, like that
he's
one.
He's just like a little kid. He's not a baby.
Well, everyone on Twitter, and I did not track down the original poster. It looked like a studio shot. It's from the film, and everyone was talking about it. And the reaction was overwhelmingly positive when I saw it on Twitter. There's a picture of I guess like a preteen.
It's a kid Sonic the Hedgehog, a little kid.
But I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm going to forget about that trailer from before, and this is just going to make everything okay.
The new trailer was a million times better.
It was better.
Well, the funny thing is, everyone, okay, so if you're wondering in reference to, we did an episode on this, or we did like a segment of an episode, was the initial trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog. There was images leaking like a month or two before the trailer came out of Sonic, and it looked good. People were like, oh no, this is what Sonic looks like in the movie. And it looked horrible. And then the trailer came out, and everyone thought it was disgusting. Like, it was like a uniting moment. It didn't matter.
Across fandom.
Of everything, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that Sonic was repulsive.
There was Star Trek and Star Wars fans together. Marvel and DC,
Trump, and the kids in cages.
Right.
Sonic was terrifying. Was the worst thing to happen in their life.
Yes.
The kids in cages. This is horrible.
Like someone.
And Trump was like, I agree.
It was. It looked like someone rammed a pair of dentures into a blue Brillo pad or something. I mean, it was like
that's a compliment. I wish that's what the movie looked like.
It was
pretty shitty.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. It deserved to be. So the studio went back and remade Sonic.
Right.
They actually, supposedly they fired the team that remade it.
Right.
Or they, I don't know. It's kind of weird when they say fire, because it's not like these people work. They work for, I don't know how it works.
Project-based work.
It's project-based work. I don't know how it works with these jobs though. Was the company fired, or it's like, thank you for your work, we're done, okay, here's the project. I hope they got paid. I have no idea. I know that a lot of these, I've been watching a lot of things and seeing a lot of things about CG artists that get screwed. It's like, the more these movies come out, the quicker they come out, there's more stress on a lot of these companies that produce CGI work, and they're treated like shit. And,
it sounds very rough.
And it's funny though with the studio. It's like people were like, the joke is 90% of the people who complained about Sonic are not going to go to the theater and see this movie.
True.
But if you were the studio, I hope they saw the big picture. People were like, as fans, you better go see this movie now because of it's like, you royally fucked up. You allowed this thing to, you signed off on this design before. Right. They didn't, the CGI team didn't just create this and go, okay, we got to go release this now. No, that shit was designed before. It was 1,000 people were working on it, or whatever it is to take it.
It seemed like Frankenstein in a way, because I was looking at Sonic and thinking it was a monster, but the real monster was who created Sonic. That was.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
That's why it's Sonic Hedgenstein.
Right.
But I mean, but it's true though. It's not like they obviously came up with the design work and all signed off and said, "Oh yeah, that looks great. Let's go with it."
You can't tell me there wasn't one person there that went home and talked to her husband or his partner or whatever, and was like, geez, you wouldn't believe what I saw at work today.
I can't show it to you yet, but let's just say, have you ever seen what cancer looks like?
We're gonna need a plan B. We're gonna need.
No, but I mean, okay, so the studio goes back and fix it. Well, guess what? I guarantee you, 90% of the people on Twitter or people who just leave things, hashtag whatever, they don't give a fucking shit. They're not gonna see it. It's just something for them to say. But it's those 10% that you have to worry about. And now, instead of 2% of those people going to see the movie, now maybe you'll get 6% of those people to go see it.
Yeah, it's a margins thing.
I mean, it's just like direct mail. I hope that people realize that. It's like, of course not everyone's going to go fucking see this movie now because Sonic looks better.
No.
It's true. Most people don't give a shit. People will criticize something and trash it.
Yeah.
They're fine with that, but when push comes to shove, and it's like, okay, now it's time to hand some money
pony
over,
up
or, they'll be like,
right.
I'll come back to you.
Yeah, right. There's an Equestria Girls Marathon on
Yeah.
So
my laundry. I gotta go.
Right. Well,
I'll take a picture of it.
Well, okay. So, do I think they retconned a Baby Sonic into the new Sonic movie because of the popularity of Baby Yoda? I don't know. That is what I thought initially, but now hearing what you're saying,
that's how it's gonna appear,
right?
Because I have a feel. Okay, my prediction for 2020 is that there's gonna be a lot more baby whatever.
The year of the baby.
A baby of things. You remember, what was it called? Like Rule 32, or it was like some internet. Okay, so the internet has like, there's all these memes like Rule 51, Rule 40. I don't even know them, but some of them are just like, there's an evil version of a good version of everything.
Right, yes, yeah.
For every male character, there's a female character.
Right.
So now I feel like there's going to be a baby or childlike version of literally every character that you could think of next year. I mean, obviously we've seen Muppet Babies.
Sure.
That's been a long time.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to start seeing some baby stuff.
That makes sense. I mean, like, I don't like that. Baby Yoda was just like lightning in a bottle, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the perfect MacGuffin.
What could work as a baby, though? That could, like, save a franchise or keep something going.
Reboot Jaws, but with a baby shark.
Oh, adorable.
And you have that song already, the Baby Shark, do. So you could, like,
is that what that is? Baby Shark?
Yeah.
Baby Shark.
Right.
Somebody did that and made a Baby Yoda version of that. That's what I was wondering if that was from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a baby, it's really funny. It's like, Baby Yoda, do.
Okay,
baby,
cool, yeah.
Sitting in a pond, Baby Yoda. I think it's the same people who probably made Baby Shark.
Well, I could see, like, a Jaws reboot with a Baby Jaws. And
great idea.
Baby Shark.
Perfect. Jump on that. Do it immediately.
Yeah.
Baby Blade Runner.
Baby Blade Runner.
Baby Blade Runner.
Nice.
Baby RoboCop. That's when he fights that baby melting man. The one who's like, but as a baby, adorable.
What about like Baby Driver?
Baby Driver.
But like they would be a younger version.
Baby.
Yeah.
Like he has a driver's seat.
Like his mom ran into the grocery store and just left him in the car, but he somehow
dies. He just dies in the car. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. Just
it's an 8-minute art film.
Just cooks to death the irresponsible mom.
Oh, yeah.
That's depressing. I think that might end the babyish trend.
Right. They would say it jumped the baby shark.
Baby, let's see, Baby Street Trash, that movie. Street
Nice.
Trash.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Baby Blob. Remember the Blob?
Oh, yeah, the Blob, right?
But a baby.
A baby blob. Yeah, so it'd be like slime.
Yeah. Just a flarp in a bottle. Or that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not that threatening. It's like, I guess it's cute. I don't know.
It just like eat your finger. And
just
you'd be
eat your fingers. Like, it's adorable. I can feel the doctor slowly dissolving. Let's see. Baby Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
He haunts your nightmares.
Right. Yeah. He would
adorable.
like. Right. He would just want your bad dreams, your anxieties.
What?
he would start out as a hero, like he's there to take your anxieties, but then that wouldn't be enough for him, and so he'd have to like eventually grow up to demand your dreams.
Oh, I thought he was just like a child predator that got thrown into a fire.
Right? Yeah, I guess you could have like a Charlize Theron monster reboot with like a
that would be
monster.
Great. Little monsters. Fred Savage could be in it again.
Right.
Even though he's like, this is not a sequel.
Yeah.
Or a prequel or whatever.
Baby Bundy,
yeah,
Baby
these are
Dahmer.
all Baby Bundy, Baby Ted Bundy, or the Bundys out about children.
Right.
These are all great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, whoever steals this. I mean,
yeah.
We're just going to throw this out because we know that, and then we can reference this episode in a couple of months when Baby Hellraiser comes out.
Yeah.
And
Baby Cenobite.
Baby Babadook.
Little Bites.
Baby Babadook.
Baby Babadook.
Baby Babadook.
That'd be good. Baby
That just sounds good already. Baby Baby Babadook.
Oh. I saw they were... Did you see they were remaking and re-releasing The Grudge?
Baby Grudge?
Well,
they are making another Grudge. Or they did. I don't know.
Why are they doing that?
Because they can.
Sure. Well, it just seems like that was the thing for a while. It was like the Japanese remakes.
Like mid-2000, early 2000, like Ring
and Pulse and Grudge and The Eye.
I didn't care for any of those movies.
I liked them. I mean, I thought they were fine for what they were. But, I could see the Baby being the 20s, the Roaring 20s.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Which will lead to a baby stock market crash.
Yeah, right? Well, we're already
halfway
there.
We're already I mean, it's funny when you think about, like, Trump as the president. Like, he is the perfect president to lead to a global catastrophic market crash.
Did you see another thing that I saw yesterday is that
baby Donald Trump.
Right, baby
I'm
Trump.
a baby now.
Well, that's
how he went.
Canadian television excised his scene from Home Alone 2.
Yeah, so Home Alone 2, I remember you posted or someone posted. I know you posted, but there was a thing going around that said, Donald Trump is the first cast member of Home Alone 2 to be impeached, which, when you think about it, is really funny. And really ridiculous.
It's hilarious because it suggests that there may be more to come.
Right.
They may be
what's his name? Like Joe Pesci. Just
right.
Has his fingers behind his back, like crossing his fingers. So, whoa. Okay, so it was a Canadian channel that basically edited out his scene.
Right.
A crucial moment.
Yes.
Where Donald Trump had to tell Ken McAllister.
He owned the building or something. I don't remember.
I own this building.
Yeah.
As he got into Jeffrey Epstein's limo.
Yes.
To go do some Donald Trump stuff. That's what we're going to call it. Do some Donald Trump stuff.
Right. And he said to Kevin, you better be good or...
Well, he would be fine with him because he was a blonde hair, blue eye.
Sure.
I think you are one of the good ones.
Right. He didn't say, like, you're in trouble. With like an emphasis on urine.
Urine,
like,
yeah. He was holding a jar of piss. I thought that was bizarre in Home Alone 2.
It always seemed incongruent until now.
Jar of urine. Yeah. And with on a sticker, it said Russian hooker piss.
It was weird to see him walking out with a shower curtain.
Pointing to it.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, look. Yeah, I thought that was really strange. I remember Home Alone 2, and I just remember asking my mom about that scene. She says, don't worry, it's just Donald Trump.
Right, it's just Donald Trump.
That's what he does. Normal. It'll never be a thing.
Yeah, and here we are. Yeah, it'll be weird because I guess we have the baby trend continuing, and we have kind of like in the political realm, kind of a fascist trend continuing.
Fascist trend. Let's just
baby Benito,
baby Benito, baby Hitler, baby Mussolini.
Yeah,
baby.
Idi Amin.
Oh, perfect.
Baby Pol Pot.
Baby Pol Pot just sounds adorable already. Baby Pol Pot with baby dead Kennedy.
Yes, right.
About Baby Pol Pot.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Baby Biafra.
Baby Biafra. See, that has a ring. It's all about the ring. If you
it's alliterative.
You gotta make sure. It's like Peter Parker.
Yeah.
It's Bruce Banner. They gotta have like a.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't know. I guess we normally we have like a real focal point of an episode, and then we just go everywhere.
So the podcast started off, speaking of dystopian nightmares of baby tyrants.
Yes.
Baby fascists.
Right.
Well, it started off with the joke of the podcast was I know we talked about podcasts. We knew each other for a little bit, and I don't know. I saw someone post something, I think I reposted, or maybe you posted in your stories. It was just like, it was a thing that said, like, 2019 is the year that a lot of future movies, dystopian future movies, took place in this year.
Yeah, I learned that from you.
Blade Runner, big ones were Blade Runner, Akira, Running Man.
Yep.
And there's several more around this realm, this time period.
Yeah.
It was like, it was a distant amount of time. It was like, a lot of these movies are made in the 80s, early 80s. mid 80s. It's like it was a 40-year period, so it was like enough time for a person watching it to go, okay, maybe we could end up that time. I still think like the most realistic, obviously Akira's an anime.
Right. Yeah.
The fact that it's a cartoon already, it's not. Sorry guys, it's not realistic.
Yeah, and it had some supernatural or
Blade Runner is for something like Blade Runner existed. I would say that's like 100 years in the future.
Yeah,
I think they were being way too. They're saying it would take place in 2019, and it was 1981. Like, dude, I mean, like, you really think that? I mean, I guess if you look, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you, let's say you were like born in the 40s, right?
Right.
And you saw like, as a kid, technology moved really fast. You know, someone supposedly lands on the moon.
I think, I think that's real true, because like if you were, let's say you were born in the 40s, and
30s or 40s,
within your lifetime, you saw. Theoretically, you had a consciousness before any of this happened, and then you saw World War II.
Yep.
And you saw the atomic bomb. And then you saw space travel.
Yep. Satellites, space travel.
And then all of a sudden you start dealing with the internet. TV. Well, okay, color TV and...
things like that.
And then the internet, where you could literally, like, cell phones. I mean, cell phones seemed... like tricorder.
Even things like electric cars were starting to come about, and I mean, they always existed. Electric cars existed since like back in the day.
But I don't think it's a huge leap for someone who saw all that.
It's such a societal structure change.
Yeah.
It's not even just like, I mean, like you really thought the people who made that movie or wrote the book originally or whatever really thought that we would have perfect life replicants. I mean, who knows? Maybe you were just like, fucking like.
Do you remember
from the age of 5 to 15, we had all this technology jump. Maybe we'll be there.
Do you remember in the 70s there was a huge, maybe not huge, but there was a big burst of like clone movies, and cloning had become a thing, like the Dolly the sheep and stuff. And like, I could see people like not stupidly thinking like, hey, we're not too far from like creating bodies.
And you had the 60s revolution. And,
yeah.
I mean, I guess, but Running Man to me was always like, at least out of those 3 movies, I could list others, but that one, at least to me, like, some of these movies are just like limited to budget, you know, it's like they can only do so much. Running Man, I don't think its budget was as big as like Blade Runner or something. I don't know what Blade Runner is, because there could be art house direction too, but to me, Running Man, like, it feels like an actual, like, not too far away from what we are now.
Yeah.
Now, we don't have game shows where people die.
Right.
But we've had things where people do get hurt. We do have, like, I remember watching, like, wrestling years ago. And I died in the ring, and they still kept on doing it.
Right.
WWE.
Well, I mean, I know that's not an inconsequential detail. Like, people got killed in the Running Man. But, aside from that, it seems real. It seems like...
That to me is the least far-fetched of them. It's still far-fetched. I mean, it's like a dystopian. It is a true dystopian future, like the state-run game show.
Yeah, the surveillance and the...
but the editing, deep fakes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all happening now. I mean, I don't know. So that's where the podcast started. We're just talking about dystopian movies, and then just kind of branched down to other dystopian nightmares and like then just shit we like.
Yeah.
No,
you're right. It started out with like a real clear focus on, and we didn't say like this is our bread and butter that we're going to stick with this, but we started talking about those dystopian futures, and it was Akira and Running Man and stuff like that. And then we kind of branched out, I think, into like Ghostbusters.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future was just like an interesting one. You know what's funny? I was watching a thing on Back to the Future.
Oh.
I think we talked about this in the podcast, and it's funny, like, you know, I don't know if it was you or me who brought it up, but like, I think it was me, but talking about like how, so Eric Stoltz was originally Marty McFly.
Right.
And supposedly, I didn't bring this up, I remember watching them about this later, I don't know if he was interviewed or why they got rid of him or why they didn't think he worked. He wanted to make the movie darker. He saw the movie as a nightmare. He saw the movie as, it's kind of funny, the difference of the actors and stuff, but like he saw the movie as like, this is like Marty goes to the past changes his future, comes home. He's not in his world anymore. He didn't see when the way the final product is. Marty comes back. He sees changes, but it's mostly cosmetic changes. There's some family dynamic changes. Mom's not a drunk. His dad's a famous author. His brother and sister are yuppies. They're not.
His uncle's not in jail.
His uncle's not in jail.
Yeah.
He has a nice but it was more like economic and cosmetic changes. He was rewarded financially and had more stability in his life, and it was weird because it's like. You watch it and you're like, well, I will say, why would they be in the same fucking house?
Right,
why would they be in the same fucking neighborhood? But the way Eric Stoltz supposedly saw the ending was almost like it's a fucking nightmare. That is not your world anymore.
Right.
You don't know your dad. You don't know your mom.
Yeah.
You don't know your brother or sister. And again, we go back to this. If you change the past, the chance of your brother, of you even having that brother or sister is like...
infinitesimal.
I mean, life is a... Just in case you guys ever took a science class on jizz and what they called the moment.
Yeah.
The chance of you being born is a miracle in itself.
Like it is.
If you went back in time and changed it, they always say like, "Oh, if you kill your dad, you're not going to exist." No, you went back and did anything. You don't exist because you. See,
you're the sum of everything that came before you.
Right, you only exist because of everything, because your dad breathed differently than you did.
Right.
Because he didn't get into a fight with his wife that morning. Because he didn't get into your mom. He didn't fight his mom that morning. He didn't get into your mom. Yeah, well, whatever. You know what I mean. Your mom and the wife.
Well, no, I'm just saying, literally, I mean, a health class. If you have all these little things swimming towards the egg, the outcome is like a horse race.
Everything about it. It doesn't even matter.
Right.
Dad got a reward that day, and
that's what makes it right.
So leave it at that.
But it is. I mean, obviously, they made the correct choice because Back to the Future became this amazingly successful franchise.
Right, it's a fun ending.
It's more
and then,
fun.
the doc comes back and talks about the future and the thing flies off. Eric Stoltz, he looked at it as like a nightmare. It's like, it's not your world anymore. Right. You do not, even if let's say he is Marty, it's like, you're not Marty. You don't know who it is. Why would he even have the same girlfriend? He wouldn't be him. You're a product of your genes and you're a product of your nature, nurture, nature, all that.
Right. It is. I read a book about that pretty recently. I want to say it was by Ernest Cline. I forget who it was by. It was a good, fun, pulpy book. And it was basically that. It was like, if you start messing around with stuff like that, then you'll never know anyone, because it'll all be...
I thought Endgame, which came out, in May, we did this on that. Avengers Endgame, which ended up being, we had our predictions, and I remember you said it was going to be time travel, and I was like, no, and then the movie was all time travel.
Yeah.
I liked how they kind of dealt with time travel. They basically said, it doesn't even fucking matter what you do. You can go back in the past or the present or whatever, you're you still, and things have still happened. So you basically just created a bunch of new realities. Like, when what was her name? The bald blue person. Nebula.
Oh, yeah.
She basically kills herself in the past.
Yeah.
But she still exists. Because she's not even her. It's it's weird. I forgot how Bruce Banner Hulk described the time travel thing when they talked about all the movies, and it's like they had to make fun of every movie, or he's had to say it's all bullshit. He's like,
I remember reading a big article that basically said the whole article's premise was look, there's only X number of ways you can discuss time travel in films. This is the version Marvel took, and it works well for Marvel because of X, Y, and Z. And
it creates a lot of loopholes. Now people can't say, "Oh, this won't happen. This won't happen."
Right.
It's like,
well, I think it's a really good comic book, and I don't mean this in a demeaning way, but it was a good comic book way of dealing with it that allows for Marvel anyway has multiverses and different dimensions and what ifs, and I mean some of that's just baked into the game.
But it's you could even say okay, they killed Thanos in 2014, Thanos in 2023. Because the Thanos that they fought in the end of Endgame was the Thanos before the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the movie took place in 2023.
Right.
So, by defeating Thanos from a past timeline, wouldn't in theory everything just go back to like...
You would think.
It would just like revert back to 2014, actually. Like, or whatever. I mean, it would...
Right.
You would have no Infinity War. You would have no Endgame. You wouldn't even have like half the other stuff because... the events of Guardians of the Galaxy wouldn't even happen.
That's funny.
It's like, it made... it when you think about it, the big picture, like, it makes no fucking sense.
Right, it doesn't.
And the funny thing is, the Thanos they fight in the end of that movie is not the Thanos that they fought in Infinity War. That Thanos they fought in Infinity War was already defeated in the beginning because he used the stones to destroy them, and he was already like half
burnt
dead,
up, and
pretty much like retired. He's like, yeah, I did my job. I'm going to just chill, and then Thor just cut his head off.
I was looking at our top 10 episodes over the year, and Avengers Endgame was like number 4 or something.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't think it's a good episode because it just recapped the movie.
It was. I mean, it wasn't a bad episode. I think the reason it did pretty well is we got that out like very quickly after it came out, and I don't mind a recap. I like stuff like that in the moment.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to not get that trap. Like if you see me doing that, just
well, I think we there are episodes we do really well at avoiding that, and others we don't. But by the time we hit just a couple weeks ago the Christmas vacation one, I thought worked perfectly in avoiding recaps, but still talking about important scenes and stuff.
Well, to me, a movie like that is vignettes, really. Yeah. So it's like it's a perfect type of film. While Endgame, it's like it's all plot driven. Right. We get like kind of stuck and we're talking about it. We just saw it, so it's like almost like but like. There's lots of holes in that movie in comparison, but I like the way they treated time in that movie. And it's funny, though, because maybe there's more forgiveness because Avengers, you're dealing with, like, aliens and talking raccoons and trees.
Yeah,
so it's like
and Doctor Strange
your perception, what do you call it? Perception of believability.
Oh, you suspend your disbelief.
And with that, you do. It has a more forgiveness versus Back to the Future, where it definitely kind of takes place in our world. No one
it's
has
a little more grounded.
Powers. It doesn't, Speaking of that too, going to like Rise of Skywalker. It's kind of funny, people, and I wanted to bring this up when we brought up like Baby Yoda and like Rey. You know how like Rey, everyone got mad and said like she should marry Sue.
Yes.
What the fuck? Why can't she do all that stuff? They just write girls like that because they want girls, whatever. Yes. But then Baby Yoda is like doing all kinds of shit, and no one ever says like, "What the fuck? He's just a baby. What the fuck? No one trained him. He didn't train. He didn't suffer. Baby Yoda. What the fuck?" But it's like it's because people still see Yoda as all powerful, and because it's like a puppet. And it's kind of funny because when we saw Rise of the Skywalker, she does a move in the movie where she heals people with the Force. Yeah, Baby Yoda does that. Also, he tried to do it in the second episode, and he does it, and they're smart. They released the episode a day before Rise of Skywalker.
Perfect timing,
where Baby Yoda healed. Spoilers, guys. Yes. We're going to spoil it. Anything we talk about is getting spoiled, so sorry.
Anything that's been released ever
is
potentially being spoiled. But because I thought that worked real well, because they established in The Mandalorian, look,
the Force you could heal. But the funny thing is, okay, so then Rey does it, and then people complain. My favorite is people complain about shit about Star Wars, and I brought this up like in a tweet. I think it got like 12 likes. To me, that's a success on Twitter. If I get 12 likes on my own, I'm not tagging anybody or doing anything. Right. That's a successful tweet. Follow me on Twitter, Rob Israel Art, to get me to 13 likes. Maybe 14. I brought up, I said, everyone complains about nitpicks the fuck out of Star Wars, but no one ever brings up the point that if you went to different planets, so everyone complained in Last Jedi about the bombs falling. Right. Gravity's all of a sudden now an issue in Star Wars. Everyone now all of a sudden has a degree.
Was that in Rogue One or the...
It was in Last Jedi, when they dropped the bombs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the bombs drop out of the ship onto the... Star Destroyer thing, whatever the fuck that thing was, Dreadnought. Yeah. And everyone, I remember hearing all that complaints, like, there's no gravity in space. Like, all of a sudden, science was such an important thing. Right. But I bring up this one thing. Okay, everyone nitpicks the shit out of Star Wars. No one nitpicks that one thing. Everybody, every race, every creature, everything is able to go to different planets.
Yeah.
Regardless if there's even oxygen, water, or whatever it is.
They're all inhabitable.
The fact that the gravity, the heat, the gas, everything agrees with the body. And I guess they're like no one, and I'm not saying like, oh my god, now we have to go think about that, because that would take the fun out of the movies. So I just think it's really funny when people nitpick Star Wars and they complain about Rey being all powerful, or they complain about her having new force powers, which is ridiculous because every Star Wars movie showed Jedis with new powers.
Oh yeah,
it's also called fiction. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah,
you could do whatever, literally anything.
Well, and it would make sense that like you can tap into it and manifest different powers depending on who you. I mean, like, look, I don't even need to make sense of it because we're talking about the Force, this fictional.
I do love the in this one, because in the second one they kind of teased at it where Rey and Kylo are able to communicate with each other, and you don't really. It looks like they're in the same room or didn't see each other, but then they were able to like grab objects from each other, and like when in the beginning of the movie Kylo grabs like her necklace or whatever,
right,
and actually pulls it into his reality.
Yeah. So
they were able to use that later on, and she passes him the lightsaber.
Yeah.
And everyone everyone loves that. But like the healing or whatever, everyone like, ugh, you can't do that, or what is this? I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. What is this? Or I'm watching a Marvel movie. I'm like, it's what the fuck? Like it's like okay, everyone's like they talk about these three movies as if they're like these perfect movies, the original trilogy. They talk about them like as if it's like you do realize you're probably a lot of these people complaining either too young or the movies are 40 years old. It's like you had Star Wars where you had very minimal use of the Force, and then Empire all of a sudden now you get this little green guy pulling a fucking spaceship out of the freaking swamp, and then Luke jumping up really fast, at it like really fast up, and then like Darth Vader throwing shit out of him. It was like, I mean, like, if you want to talk about going from one
and then
to
they introduced
100,
like Force Lightning and like
and the third one, Force Lightning. Even though I always perceived him as more of like he was like a witch. Like I didn't think of him as like a Jedi. But like it's just really funny. And then like in episode 1, they would show them even more like when they were running really fast. Or do it. It's just really. It's just. I find it really funny that like it's just because, and I make a joke. It's because she's a girl.
Yeah,
that's it. It's just like. And it's funny, Baby Yoda does it, and it's smart they had Baby Yoda do it first, because if they had Rey do the healing thing...
that would have been...
That would be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda does it like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, there are...
Baby Yoda's the opiate to the masses.
There's like a subgroup of people out there that are really put out by... And we talked about this in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it in something else too. But there's a group of people out there that do not like... female heroes, and
they'll claim that the studios don't make like the joke is they'll complain and say like, well, Luke lost his hand. It's like they don't have to maim every hero. Right. I mean, I will say the hero's journey for Rey as a trilogy sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Sucks.
That's a fair criticism.
It's a terrible. It's a hero's journey for Luke is perfect in the original trilogy. Yeah. The hero's journey for Rey is just like. It doesn't work. I mean, it could have if the second one... I don't know. They fucked up. We could get into that in a little bit. But like I said, everyone... They all argue about Star Wars, but everyone is okay with...
Right.
Because I was like watching like Lost in Space Season 2.
Oh, okay.
Is that on Netflix?
I started
Season
watching
1. And I'm into like the second or third episode. And the first episode, the whole plot is like... They're stuck on this weird water planet.
Okay.
And... They can't breathe, and the water's toxic. So they have to wear like their spacesuits when they go out. It's like they are beholden to their technology. They cannot survive.
Right.
And if they even get exposed anywhere to the atmosphere, they'll start to burn, basically.
Okay.
Like the father, it's like start blistering up, something happened to him. And I was just like, well, that makes sense.
Sure, yeah.
It's like... But Star Wars, it's like everyone's like okay with the fact that like Han, Luke, or whatever can go land on Hoth and then land. And it's like each planet. The joke is each planet has like a different environment.
Sure,
but it's just like us going to like Chicago during the winter or something, and then going to like Mexico in the summertime or something. I mean, it's like that's how it's just. And again, we're okay with it because it's fantasy. But
Right.
when people start nitpicking, complaining about bombs dropping, and all of a sudden now demanding science.
Yeah.
Well, then
They have to look. A movie like Star Wars has to do the bare minimum, in my opinion, to like keep things going. Like you have to like come up with some ground rules and kind of adhere to them. But you don't even have to be super strict with those ground rules. Like if you say the Force can work one way in one person, it can work another way in another person. I mean, all that makes sense.
I think Star Wars, the biggest fuck up they ever, the biggest fuck up in Star Wars ever, in my opinion, is the minute they mentioned midichlorians.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That sucked out all the fantasy and wonder in a movie, and they like barely brought it up again, like the second movie and the third movie. They barely, I don't think they even mention it in the prequels.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't talk about it in the original trilogy.
Nope. No.
And then I don't think they're ever brought up in Force Awakens or Last Jedi. They're never brought up again.
Yeah.
It's this weird, bizarre thing.
It is weird. Like, you almost wonder if, like, I almost wondered if they would maybe eventually try to say that, well, the early Jedi thought it was midichlorians, but that was stupid and it wasn't the case. You know, we now know the Force. You know, I almost wondered if they'd try to fix it.
They
but
just
they just dropped
just
it.
like the way like Jar Jar had no lines in episode 3. It was just like, let's just move on. But people still acknowledge it because it's still part of the series.
Well, it's part of the canon, yeah.
It's part of the canon. And what's it called? Star Wars phrenology. Midichlorians is Star Wars phrenology.
Yeah.
Or it's like George Lucas were in Ayn Rand, like right before he like made episode 1. He's like, jungle train. You know, anything that's passed down generation. You know,
right.
It's all about biology.
Well, so
IQ points are very important.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there has been now. Right before we started recording, you would talk. You saw the new Star Wars again, have you?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to. We'll see it next week or something.
Yeah.
Me and my son will eventually see it.
Yeah, I asked my daughter if she had any interest in seeing it, and she does not. But I remember
Baby Yoda in it? No. All right.
Well, yeah. She'll watch a Baby Yoda, but it's funny because you and I talked. I forget when it was. It was a couple episodes ago. We were saying, I said that I'll bet you my kid would watch Captain Marvel again, and you were saying maybe
but
not.
You got her to watch it again.
She
wanted to see it, or you?
I suggested
you want to see it.
Yeah. So it's an unfair. But I said, look, because she wanted to have a movie night, and I said, look, we can do Captain Marvel, or we can do Wreck-It Ralph, or I give her like 7 or 8 choices, you know, or you can pick your own as long as it's not those stupid mermaid things that they make in Australia. If you had a daughter, you would be very familiar with H2O and Mako Mermaids.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Right. So, but she said, yeah, Captain Marvel, and she was really into it, and I was a little surprised. And then I asked her if she wanted to watch Shazam again, and she did not.
Yeah, Roger had no interest in seeing that again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on HBO. I was going to watch it again, but I don't care. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's like, I'm not dying to see it again. It's like...
No.
Maybe if they make a sequel, I'll rewatch the first one to catch up.
Yeah.
You know? That was a good one. I enjoyed it. What I liked about Shazam was it just reminded me of some movies from like the 80s, like where it had like scary moments and like even though like it's funny because you know my wife watched it and she said like well you know it was like rated PG-13. I'm like but it was billed and advertised as like a more lighthearted, more of a kids family friendly movie.
Chewing bubble gum on the poster.
Yeah.
I mean it was.
But Goonies is considered a family film, and they curse. And
have you
one
watched
guy says
Goonies?
Booby trap. I mean, and they threaten to kill the kids.
Right,
and
it's a little intense.
Yeah.
I watched it. I saw it was on. I forget what channel,
they talk about the penis statue.
Yeah,
and they had to fix the dick on the statue, and the mom will be very mad.
Yeah, I started watching that with Pixie, and that the dick part comes pretty early in the movie, and that's when we turned it off. And Pixie's like looking at me. My daughter was like, 7 at the time. And she's like, what is going on? And I was like,
Father, what are we watching?
I thought this was like a kid's movie. I remember seeing it when I was a kid.
Yeah. My favorite too at Rise of Skywalker was the, I think I even said it to you in the theater, like how it reminded me of like, there was like a knife they had to get, and it was so weird.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about magical objects, like they had the characters go on this quest, and it was really bizarre.
It was different,
But like, okay, so you have the wreckage of the Death Star, which only happened like maybe 30 years in the past of this movie. But they got a Sith knife that I don't know how old it was.
Couldn't have been more than 30 years, right?
I mean, and this thing lined up with the wreckage. Like, this is where this thing is. Yeah. It was really bizarre. I mean, like, whatever. That's not complaining about the Star Wars universe science. That's complaining more about the plot.
Yeah.
That's a weird, bizarre, like, I don't know. It was just strange, but it reminded me of Goonies. Like, I was, like, thinking of, like, One-Eyed Willie.
Right.
When, like, they lined up. And I wanted to hear, like, the...
Right, yeah.
Whatever that... like music they would play whenever something would happen, whenever they would find something from One-Eyed Willie
or something. Yeah.
I wish they played that when Rey lines up with the knife to the Death Star.
Yeah, it just seemed like Raiders of the Lost Arky, where like the puts the staff.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it is what it is, but like that took me out of the Star Wars vibe and put me into a different vibe. Goonies or Raiders or something like that. I mean, whatever. It didn't ruin the movie for me. I still liked it a whole lot.
I'm fine with it. I'm sure, like I said, I think I put up a tweet or something that said that I saw Rise of Skywalker last night. I enjoyed it. I'm going to watch 15 videos on YouTube about it, and then eventually I'm going to hate it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I liked it a lot. My opinion hasn't changed. I've read a lot of negative things about it.
I'm shocked that it got... Even, like, Force Awakens and Rise of the Jedi, or whatever, Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is the only Star Wars movie to say the name of the film.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
The movie. They don't say not Star Wars.
Right.
It's the only Last Jedi is the only Star Wars movie to say
The Last Jedi. Right.
Because there's a part when Luke is fighting Kylo Ren.
Right.
Or the hologram.
Yeah.
And he says to, Rey or something, will not be the Last Jedi. And he, like, looks at the camera when he says that. And it's like, it's not something ever done in a Star Wars movie.
No.
They'll never go... Well, they do say you're my only hope in Star Wars, but no one says New Hope, even though the movie wasn't called New Hope when it came out.
And they never say, like,
Star Wars.
Damn these
Star Wars. These wars in the stars, these Star Wars. Yeah. No one ever says that. No one ever says, the Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. No, that's all true.
This Phantom Menace that is haunting us. Did anyone say that?
No, but...
I could picture that, though.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones. Did they say that? They do say Clone Wars.
They say Clone Wars.
But no one ever says Revenge of the Sith. They always talk. They do mention revenge throughout the prequel series. Like Darth Maul talks about how they're going to get their revenge, which I'm just like, that never even made any sense to me.
Right.
And then Force Awakens. I guess in the previews they say something has awakened.
I think they say something like something has awakened
in the teasers, but no one ever said. The Force has awakened.
No. It is. I don't know. It's weird.
Like Rise of Skywalker now and says, "These Skywalkers will rise."
Right. Yeah. It'll be weird because, like, I think for the foreseeable future, the 9-part series is complete. Right. Like
to a point.
Yeah. Do you think they'll bring back, like, have a Rey?
What's his face was being interviewed? The guy who plays Finn, John Boyega, and he basically said, they asked him if he would ever do it again, and he said, well, don't expect me to ever do any of that Disney Plus shit.
Oh,
he literally said something like that. He's like, I refuse. Like,
really?
Yeah, he was like, no. I was like, I'm only in movies. I'm not doing any of that Disney Plus shit. Like, he's like, because he's probably like worried about his career as an actor. He wants to be taken seriously as a film actor.
Tom Hiddleston is on.
But he's done enough stuff in his career that he can be Loki in the TV series, and he'll probably be in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Right.
He's been in enough content that's loved, and while John Boyega is like, it's like he only did like 3 movies. Like I know he was in Attack the Block, and
he's
been in some other stuff, and he was in that sequel to Pacific Rim, which
I never saw the sequel.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So he's probably like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm sure he could be. The problem with all these things is
Right.
All these actors go on these press junket things, and they get asked. They get interviewed by millions of people. That's where all that bullshit started, like Martin Scorsese. With, like the Marvel things. Like someone on a press junket asked him a question.
Right.
And it's like, what? They knew that he was probably going to say some shit about Marvel too.
Yeah.
They were like, what do you think this guy was going to say? Oh, I love him. It's everything that I'm about.
Right.
You know, when the dance off in Guardians of the Galaxy, the dance off that saved the galaxy.
Right.
I loved it. It was up there with all the cinema greats.
Yeah.
Otto Preminger and like what did you think he was going to say? It's like
I'm a little surprised.
And the people in the press, a lot of people in the press are not stupid. They know how to piss off a person. They purposely ask questions to piss people off.
That's true. It'll be weird. I mean, shit on Disney Plus notwithstanding, I think the future of the Star Wars, like over the next year or so, I think it is Disney Plus.
I think it's just gonna be Disney Plus for a while. I don't think they're gonna be making any movies. Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, even though it did well, did not make as much.
Right.
I think they should take a long break before they make any movies. Honestly, I'd be fine if they never made a Star Wars movie again.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that. I'm fine with the Disney Plus content.
Right.
Maybe if they made like I like The Mandalorian, if they do like a special episode that feels like a movie, they put like a couple more $1 million into one episode, you know, like bump it up even more. I'm fine with that. Like, I'd be okay with it. Like, because I don't know what the fuck they could do with the Star Wars movies at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, to make it really special, I think the reason why people like The Mandalorian so much, and I don't want to talk about Star Wars this whole fucking episode. We have other things to talk about, like Marvel.
Well, yeah. Well, I have a point to make about that in a second. But finish up your thought about this.
So I think like the reason why people like The Mandalorian so much is because it does remind them of the original 3 movies, because the budget isn't as big, even though the show is slick looking and the effects are good, and they do bring in a lot of elements from the original trilogy.
Right.
I think that's another reason why people like this series is because it reminds them more of like the original 3 movies.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like the one thing about the prequels too, even though like you look at like Attack of the Clones now, like you made that joke and said that it looks like Instagram stories. You could do a better job putting characters on images, and it looks more like they're part of this image than actors look like in the sets of these like heavily
feels
CGI.
that way,
but the effects don't line up with those original 3.
Right.
This new series, Mandalorian.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
fits perfectly into the original trilogy series. Like suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
Because you go see Rise of Skywalker, it's on steroids. It's literally a scene where there's 1,000 ships on screen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny when I made that brought up, the part when Lando, Poe Dameron thinks everything's going to hell, and then he gets a call from the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Lando. And how when Captain America is facing off against Thanos and they're about to end, and
Falcon
Thanos
comes
ship,
in.
and then a Falcon.
Oh, that's funny, yeah.
A Falcon who might be a
millennial. That's
a
funny.
millennial Falcon. A millennial Falcon tells Captain America, "Hey, heads up."
I'm surprised that's not a meme.
Falcon shows up and says, "I don't know how you would be able to translate that. I mean, it sounds very memeable. A millennial Falcon.
Well, it would just be Falcon
because it was total. I'm like, did they? Do you think they made that after Endgame came out? That line and scene with Lando saying, "Hey,"
I don't know,
something, and then all the ships show up, just like the way all the heroes show up in the end of Endgame. It was almost like a mimic. They're like, yeah, just fucking rip off Endgames. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with this movie.
I just think now my head is there, with the new Star Wars out, you would have the Millennial Falcon, and it would just be pictures of the Millennium Falcon, but it'd have avocado toast on it,
right?
Or it would be
and then Boomer Millennium Falcon would be saying that,
right? Boomer Falcon,
Boomer Falcon would be like, oh, maybe if your flux capacitor would work, if you weren't drinking,
but you would have
lattes,
the Millennial Falcon, on its parents' couch,
parents' couch with its wax mustache.
I think there's something there.
Hashtag
Millennial Falcon.
Boomer Falcon. Okay, Boomer Falcon.
Right.
Millennial Falcon. Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
That's great ideas. This is all good.
You're right, because you had said you don't want to go like all 100% Star Wars.
Too late.
I'll tell you, it's funny because like I'm looking at our top 10 episodes over the year. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no Star Wars on our top 10.
Oh, really?
Which is weird. Yeah. Because you're right. We talk about Star Wars probably in most episodes.
There's enough people like talking about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like there's other people doing it, and there's people. It's funny. Like there's these guys who like have YouTube channels. Where literally, I don't know if like I haven't like really investigated their channel. Like I'll just see a video and it'll pop up because I watched one of their videos and stuff. And it could just be their Star Wars stuff. I don't know. But as far as I know, all they do is talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
All they do is shit on Star Wars.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's all they do. But they clearly have like, they have a huge following. They have like thousands of subscribers. They have Patreons. Like it is turned into like a weird sub-economy of just people shitting on Star Wars. And it's just like, it's really funny. I mean, like, hey, that's great. I mean, you know.
That's sad, yeah. I mean,
I guess.
Well, okay.
They're making money off of that. We haven't made any money off our podcast.
No. Here's our top 10 in reverse order. So I'm start with number 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to zip 10 through 1.
All right.
And then I have one comment, and then we can talk about it. Number 10 is our Nicolas Cage and Alf icon episode.
That's an old one.
Yep. Back to the Future. Yeah. I think a lot of these are skewing older because they've been around longer.
So they picked up a lot of people listening to it.
Like every once in a while, like I didn't tell you this, but like yesterday, the day before, we had 10 new subscribers from India. Right? We've never really had people from India listening. We had 10 new. And those 10 people downloaded the whole catalog.
Our Bollywood episode.
Right.
That was crazy.
And so 10 people, 60. So that was like, basically you got, what is that, 600 downloads? Like,
I guess.
10 times
yeah.
6. Yeah.
They download all 60 episodes.
Yeah. You know, I mean, like, well,
something's fishy going on.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I download everything and then I'll go back and delete the things I don't want.
Okay,
you know?
Sure. Still weird, but all right.
So anyway, these are so we had Nicolas Cage, Alf, then Back to the Future, then Ghostbusters, then our social media episode, which and then we had Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
And then Matrix.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is a great movie.
Yeah, and that's
better than all the Star Wars movies outside of the original trilogy.
Well, that's probably a pretty recent one. That's our most recent, most popular one, and that's number 4.
Oh, wow.
Snowpiercer, number 3.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that was... I really liked that episode because there's a lot to work with.
Snowpiercer is an awesome movie.
It was a great movie, too. Number 2 was Fight Club. And number 1, inexplicably, was
Love, Death, and
Robots.
Which is weird. I mean, like, does anybody even talk about that show?
No. Well, that was another one where we hit right as it was becoming popular. Just coincidentally, we happened to see
My
it.
issue with any of the Netflix stuff is just that, and I think Netflix, if they're smart, when they release Stranger Things Season 4, they should release it weekly.
Yeah, I think
because
so too.
I think Disney, you know, I remember I knew why Disney released, the real reason why Disney released Mandalorian Weekly is, one, they don't have enough new content to compete with Netflix, who could pump and dump new content every day. Netflix is, Disney, as big as they are, is still new. They're developing their exclusive content. And also, if you dumped Mandalorian all in 1 week, people would have dropped it after finishing it.
Yeah.
They would have,
subscribed for a month.
They would have subscribed for the month or the week or whatever, binged it and left. Of course, people are like, no, Disney were geniuses. They had Baby Yoda. Now but it's genius too, because Baby Yoda, people are, every week there's a new episode. They're making new memes of Baby Yoda, and it keeps the conversation going. And if Netflix, I think it worked for them in the past, but I think if they really want to be competitive, especially with their bigger like benchmark shows like Glow or Stranger Things or whatever. I don't even know what's like still big that's left. I think a lot of their shows ended.
Yeah.
They should release them weekly and make sure there is something that people will tweet and make memes and
it's not
it's
a
all
bad idea.
It's all conversational. The problem is like it's all pump and dump. And I think that I remember like I was working for a company, a licensing company, my last job, and they wanted to get a show called Troll Hunters.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I said, I told them straight up, I said, I don't think this is a good property to get. And they're like, why? And I said, well, the property itself is fine. I said, the way Netflix operates is not good for the longevity of a license. A license needs time to thrive. Seasonality, shows like Breaking Bad, even if it's only like a 10-episode show, those 10 weeks, it's growing. And each week there's something new.
It's the anticipation.
Anticipation of each week and a conversation between the episodes. I said, you're not getting any of that with Troll Hunters. Troll Hunters, it comes out, everyone on, all 50 episodes are on, people will watch it, they'll binge through it, they'll finish it within a week.
Yeah.
And to create a whole toy line behind it, Netflix is like probably, I mean, I know like people will argue and say Stranger Things has been very successful, even on a licensing thing. Mm-hmm. I think that's a rare, that's like beyond the exception. It was popular like immediately when it came out. But I think like, I just don't, I remember telling them, I was like, Showhunters was this brand new thing, and I was like, it's not going to thrive. I'm like, people will watch it and forget about it a week from now, and by the time you put a t-shirt line out, I was like, give a fucking shit, because they're already like watching like 500 new shows on Netflix already. Yeah. Like, it doesn't, I mean, like, as a, subscribe and watch and binge, it works great, but to like make a whole line of clothes and like product based on something no one's gonna give a fuck about a week later. So yeah, it was genius on Star Wars for them to release it, and that's why this is where it leads to something I was gonna bring up.
Oh yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Oh yeah.
My theory about Martin Scorsese, I think the whole thing is bullshit.
Right.
Did you see a tweet that was going around?
His daughter tweeted...
He is making a fucking Marvel movie.
You think he's making
he is totally making a Marvel movie. These fucking people don't tweet... Okay, they have, like, celebrities, real celebrities.
Right.
Not fucking internet people, not I'm talking like fucking gold standard celebrities. Martin Scorsese is a gold standard. He's absolutely a Hollywood legend.
Yes.
He's the fucking guy. He was the star of that CGI movie, the Fish movie with the Mafia.
Right.
Remember that one?
Oh,
He's the star of that movie.
I think
you don't fuck with that movie. Shark Tales. That was the star of Shark Tales. You don't fuck with the star of Shark Tales.
He was also the lead character in Up. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, he was the balloon.
He was Up. He
was the old man. He was the eyebrows on the old man. He just played. It said that. It said eyebrows.
Played by Martin Scorsese,
which I thought was really bizarre.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You see me?" Joe Pesci's he's holding him up.
Right. Yeah.
I saw that tweet and I just tweeted back, and again I think I got like 4 likes.
Right.
I think that's a successful tweet for me. Thank you for acknowledging my existence.
Sure.
His daughter tweeted like trolling him like, I wrapped his gift in Marvel wrapping paper. Tee hee hee, take that, Dad. And I was like, I just tweeted that your dad's making a Marvel movie.
Right.
Like, no, it was like James Gunn. Oh, that was it. She tweeted and then James Gunn retweeted.
Okay.
James Gunn is not just a director of a Marvel movie. He's one of the producers. He was a producer on the Avengers Endgame and
I didn't know that.
So he's not just a director who just makes a movie and then goes away. He's a traveling
work for hire.
I mean, he did have that issue though. You know, when they let him go.
Yeah, when they let him go.
But now he's making like Suicide Squad for Warner Brothers, and then so it's like, good job Disney. Now we're not gonna have Guardians for like another 4 years, which might be fine. Fine, them taking a break, but that I smelled bullshit when I saw that. I'm like, this fucking guy is making a Marvel movie.
I could see that. I think he would have made like a great Black Widow, to be honest. Yeah, I think so. No,
I don't know what he'll make. It's got to be something, or he'll just be like Marvel's version of the Joker. Just get the guy. Basically, Joker was basically just a Martin Scorsese movie. You might as well just have him make whatever's Marvel's equivalent to Joker. Just make that movie. Just call it, I don't know. It doesn't even matter.
Punisher.
Punisher
reboot.
But it's just the Joker movie.
Yeah.
Like, you just...
Right.
It's just the back of a pickup truck. You ever see like the Punisher logo is used now by like right-wingers and shit?
Right.
They like misuse the Punisher logo. There's an Instagram account I've been following. It's like Punisher logos on like all different kinds of things, like those thin blue line flags. Guy wearing a Punisher logo with like Donald Trump's hair on it. It's like it's the total antithesis of what the Punisher actually is.
Right. That's
but yeah, he's totally making a fucking Marvel movie. Like, I smelled that and I was like, oh.
Right.
Fuck you all. I was like, I was like, first of all, the whole thing was bullshit anyway. It like blew up out of nowhere. I still think to this day, it's like, he realized he made a pump and dump movie that people, they're talking about it. I think people were talking about The Irishman for like the wrong reasons. So it's supposedly a really good movie. I really have no interest in watching it just because, I don't know. I have no interest in it. I put it on for like a minute. And I think the de-aging effects were so weird.
I've heard it's really great. Like, I don't got 4 hours to kill on that. I mean, I got
you
so
can
much
watch
else.
it in parts.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch it in like as a whole. You can just watch it and stop it, treat it like a miniseries. But which is, I'm sure exactly how Mark's cinematic journey
original vision.
His original vision. I want it watched over a 30-year time. In between toilet shit. Like I picture my movie as something that people would watch, while they're smoking a cigarette or taking a shit.
I call it shitters full.
And I was like, so he's like shitting on Marvel movies, and I'm like, you made a movie for Netflix.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's good or not, your name's attached to a fucking Netflix film.
Made for TV movie.
I mean, like, and it's not shitting on people making these movies.
It's fine.
It's just like, don't trash what is successful in the cinema in the theater. While you get paid a ton of money to make a movie that's not for the theater.
And it's just, I mean, like, I don't want to say, like, elitist or anything, but, like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. There's plenty of different things people like, and I don't know.
Someone was, like, saying, like, oh, Martin Scorsese's punching up. I'm like, no, he's punching sideways. This is not punching up. Yeah, he's not this, again, gold standard Hollywood, like,
he's the
dynasty. Like, this isn't, like, this isn't Roger Corman or something, or Lloyd Kaufman of Trauma. It's like, this guy's made, like, Criterion Collection films.
Yeah,
it's
his
like,
whole repertoire,
He's discussed them film class. I mean, of course he has, they were going to say something about Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But I think it's, people trash these movies way too easily. Like, yes, there are a lot of them where they're like 23 movies now altogether.
Sure.
Yeah, they're not all perfect, but there's good movies in there. I'm sorry. Don't tell me that they're all like, oh, they're just popcorn movies, or they're like this. Like, what was it? Terry Gilliam was trashed Black Panther recently.
Oh, really? That's disappointing.
Well, what did he say? He said some stuff that kind of could come off kind of vaguely racist, which is just like...
This is real,
Well, it wasn't... I forgot what he said.
We're talking about Terry Gilliam, the guy who did Brazil.
Yeah.
And the guy who did...
Fisher King.
And
Monty Python.
Munchausen.
Yeah. He said something about, like, how Black Panther was a bad movie. He said none of the people who made the movie, like... have they ever been to Africa or something like that? And I'm like, where have you been? Like, South Africa? Like...
I know, I was going to say, I don't know if, like, the British people are like...
I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. But again, it's like, he's being asked a question. It's this. What do you think Terry Gilliam's going to say? When I said, listen, I bet you, if someone said to them, listen, we want you to make a Terry Gilliam, we want you to make, like, I said, like, there are a bunch of Marvel properties that Terry Gilliam would be a perfect director for. He'd be perfect for any Thor-type movie.
I can see a Doctor Strange.
Oh, hell yeah, Doctor Strange. Like, million miles. Like, Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
Anything in that realm. Ghost Rider. I mean, like, anything. X-Men Morlocks.
Right, yeah.
Like, he basically, like...
There's a lot, that he could work
Time
with.
Bandits.
Right.
The famous Marvel comic, Time Bandits.
Bandits of the Galaxy.
Bandits of the... Little Time Bandits of the Galaxy. Baby Guardians of the Galaxy. They're just Time Bandits.
Yeah.
And someone, like, wrote... Again, I hate Twitter. Twitter's funny. I'm not going to name the names, but, like, I wrote it on, like, a famous comic artist brought it up, and I tweeted on it. I said... I bet you I said that it's too bad he'd be perfect for these movies. And then this famous comic writer wrote back to me, a different comic writer, like a famous one. And I was like, ooh. Yeah. He wrote me, he's like, there's no way he would do it. I bet you he wouldn't do it. And I wrote, no, I bet he would. I bet if Disney came to Terry Gilliam and said, listen, well, like, you could use the money to make your own other movie or whatever.
Work on that Don Quixote project.
He did finally make that. I think Adam Driver was in it.
Did it get finished?
Yeah, it actually finished. Supposedly, it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I said, he said like there's no way he would do it or whatever. I'm like, no, I bet he would. I bet like I bet you he would.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to argue with this famous comic
sure.
writer. I'm like, you might even know him. I'm going to just shut up and go away, let you trash me or whatever. I'm like, I wish I didn't say anything. Like, that's a weird thing about Twitter. It's like, one day you're like writing something, and then like Donald Trump writes you back. And you're just like, what?
It's a real. That is a great thing about Twitter, and a little unnerving thing. I've had like reasonably famous people like comment or like a tweet that I tweeted to them or whatever, and it's a real weird feeling.
Yeah, like, what do I say back?
Yeah, right.
Like, person with a blue check mark. That's
famous.
I just kept my mouth shut. Once they said no, he would never do that. I was like, all right, you know what?
Right.
Maybe you know better than me.
Sure.
What the fuck do I know? I'm like, I'm not in the industry. I'm like on the very, very, very peripheral of knowledge. But I think if someone sent up to Terry Gilliam and said, we want you. But I said, you know what? Disney's not going to do that. What they're going to do instead is get a director to make it and be inspired. Inspired by your Terry Gilliam movie. Yeah. Like, it's weird how this movie kind of looks like.
It's been inspired a whole lot.
I mean, you could say that about lots of films. Especially today. And like...
That's true. There's a lot of derivative work out there.
But this derivative work there's movies that came out in the 40s that were derivative work of movies from the 30s. Yeah. We don't know that.
Right. Our sense of history is a little. Our
sense of history, we see like the Wizard of Oz is the original, and then you realize there was a Wizard of Oz from the 20s.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? There was an old Wizard of Oz movie.
Yeah.
And you're
they're from those books. They were adapting those books. They used to like adapt books over and over again in the movies. But
the Wizard of Oz we know and think of, and we think it's the original, is that one from the 30s that's in color. But there is
a previous version.
Previous Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that. That was trash. I mean, in the end, I don't believe anything anyone ever says. There are a couple of rules. I think Alan Moore is probably the only person that would never do anything regardless of like what he was offered.
Right, yeah.
But I think anything in Hollywood, anything with actors and actresses and directors, I think everything's fair game.
Yeah.
And something will come up, something will be used, there'll be a creative vision as long as it follows certain things. Obviously money walks, bullshit talks. There's all kinds of things. And who the fuck knows? They could be 10 years from now, Alan Moore might come back to DC. You never fucking know.
Oh yeah, you never know.
You never know. It's like the same thing. It's like wrestling. Sometimes as a wrestler, he leaves the league, he comes back 15 years later, and it's like... Well, I mean, anything goes, especially when it's something that's like a product, an icon. I worked at companies where people leave and they come back, and you didn't think they would ever come back.
Yeah. It's hard to say. I mean, like, look, sometimes it's money. You give somebody enough money, and they'll be like, okay, I'll do it.
Sometimes time is the best.
Sometimes time, You change your perspective, or you grow, or you... Yeah. Like, a lot of times when you... It's really easy to kind of focus on the bad things about what's going on when you're in the heat of the moment, But then, like, as time goes by, you kind of reflect more gradually towards the good things, and you come back to the franchise or whatever. So, I don't know. I am, though, still kind of, like, really interested in a Terry Gilliam Marvel movie. I think that would be amazing.
I mean, I don't think it'll ever happen.
No, I don't either.
But it's easy for a lot of these... I mean, I think it could just come down to the fact that Disney would probably never hire any of these directors because, especially with how Marvel... I can't speak... The problem is... I just want to stop talking about Star Wars and Marvel, but I think where Star Wars fucked up, Marvel didn't. Star Wars was the brand that should have really stuck to the guns and said, okay, we have a line plan for this trilogy.
Yeah.
You follow this fucking line plan.
Here's the roadmap.
This is the roadmap from 7 to 9. This is what we're doing.
These are the plot points.
And instead, they didn't fucking do that. They had a thing, and they passed the baton on to another guy and let him do whatever the fuck he wants. And it backfired because, and it's not a knock against Johnson. I always say this. I remember I worked at a company years ago. It was a apparel company, and there was a spelling error on something.
Oh, okay.
And they went back and blamed the artist. And I said, and I came out and I said this. How many people looked at this?
Right.
And you're going back to the person who made it. How many people, how many hands, how many eyes did this pass on to?
Yeah.
Everyone ignored it, didn't give a shit, didn't look, didn't spot it.
Right. That's a classic workplace dilemma. is that they go searching for a fall guy and
but it was a product. Like, I know how these products get made. It's like the artist makes it, it goes to production. Production should have spotted it right there. Then it goes to licensing. Licensing should have spotted it.
Yeah.
Then it goes to the approval process. They should have spotted it. Then it goes to the salesperson. There's
Right.
so many eyes that should have saw it. And I got so mad. And it wasn't even me. And no one would ever come to my defense. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I should just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, no.
It's like, I'm that guy. It's like, and it's hurting me. And like...
Right.
And I was like, listen, like, what the hell? There's so many other people that,
Yeah.
like, see that. It wasn't mine.
There's a lot that happened.
This person would never have done that for me.
This sketch of Babu Frick and that T-shirt of Babu Fuck.
Yeah. Babu motherfucking Frick. Yeah. Like...
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Look,
Babu fuck. Babu, big fuck. Big fuck.
Baby fuck.
Baby fuck. Baby scrotum. Babu Frick. Let's just talk about Babu Frick for a minute. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. He's just an ugly little gross thing. It's just funny, but he's totally stoned. Babu Frick is so fucking... He is the first 420 friendly Star Wars character. They always try... Like, Disney, they always... Like, Lando's pansexual. He fucks robots.
Sure.
Or like,
whatever.
Or like, there's like the first gay kiss in Star Wars.
Right.
That's easily edited out for
other
Hong Kong and other theater, other countries, so they don't have to worry about it.
It's like Trump and Home Alone 2. You just
you
don't like
can easily cut him out. It's like it's not integral to the plot.
Right.
Babu Frick. Disney missed out their opportunity to say this is our first 420 friendly character. This character is stoned as fuck. He's like the goofy-eyed gremlin of the Star Wars universe. He is like he's just fucking sitting there laughing while he's fucking around with the back of C-3PO's head with his giant hands, perfect to light a big fat blunt.
Big old Philly blunt.
Big old Babu Frick. And his name, even his name, it sounds like something that would be like fucked up.
Pato Bonton or something.
Ganja Frick.
Darth Sensimelia. He is really... I remember we were messing around. I was putting music on Instagram to go along with the image of him. There's just like so many great stoner songs you can put with him.
He just sits back. Yeah.
Right.
Listens to stoner rock. Right. And he's just like laughing. He's like a fucking Cheech and Chong movie. It's a character.
Yeah. I looked for that. I looked for the Where's Dave bit that I was going to put.
Babu Frick is stoned. Like, he's on drugs. Like, he's not... someone said, like, actually, Jabba's the first one. I'm like, no, Jabba is just making sweet plumes.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there.
He's at like a hookah bar.
Yeah, he's sitting at a hookah bar, but this motherfucker is smoking blunts.
Right.
And he's just sitting there working on C-3PO, giggling like a motherfucker.
This guy's just huffing resin or something.
He's ate a brownie. He's microdosing. He's on edibles.
Yeah.
With that meme you made of Baby Yoda, they were eating the edible, and nothing's happening 45 minutes later, and it's Babu Frick, and he's all like, and his eyes are closed, all fucked up.
That's what happens. You're like, oh, these aren't doing shit. And then like an hour later, you're like, whoa.
I took a friend of ours years ago gave us like a brownies they got from a Fish concert.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And my wife did them. I'm not like a drug person. I really do drugs. No. It's really funny when people come up to me at shows. Like,
I can see that.
You do a lot of acid, man. And I always tell them there's no way.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to get any of this done.
Yeah.
I would be in that journey.
Right.
I got to be able to do the artwork. I got to be able to function.
Yeah.
I dabbled a little bit, but one time we did these brownies. And my God, they must have put something else in it because we were fucked up. And we watched the movie Monster.
Okay. With the Charlize Theron one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if you remember the movie, right? Christina Ricci's in the movie.
Yeah. She plays the girlfriend.
And she has this, like, kind of, they make her kind of dowdy.
Sure.
And, like, her hair's, like, parted. And, Christina Ricci has, like, a big forehead.
Right.
She's like a 5 head.
Yes.
And I just remember, like, watching the movie and being high as fuck like Babu Frick, laughing like a motherfucker, working on the back of C-3PO's head, trying to wipe out a droid's head, so he could read some of that dark side shit. Read that Sith shit. You gotta get on Babu Frick's level. And I just watched Christina Ricci's forehead get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was so fucked up. And I just remember laughing and going, oh my God, her head's getting bigger.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird time.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not a big drug person. It's just like...
Look, I'm not either. I don't think I ever even tried illegal drugs until pretty late in life.
Illegal drugs?
Yeah, well, I drank when I was a teen and whatnot. But I didn't try, illegal drugs.
I've had a Coca-Cola once in a while.
Until pretty late in life. And my experience is minimal. It's just not my thing. I'm much more of a present-oriented person. And I kind of want to be present in the moment. But I'll tell you one time I wasn't present in the moment. And it was with these edibles. Frick. And it was a Baba Frick moment. You eat them, and
it's like a foot tall little creature.
No, you eat an edible or whatever, and you're like, okay, when's this gonna kick?
Yeah, it just kicks in. It's like the scene in American Werewolf in London when you're just you're waiting.
Yeah.
What's his face? What's his name?
Not Peter Scolari.
Peter Scolari. Yeah, he's not in the movie.
I know who you're talking about. Right.
The guy. The main actor, main star. He's sitting in the room. He's like, when am I going to turn into a fucking werewolf? And then boom!
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's it just hits you. And you're just like, what the fuck?
I was thinking of that scene in Naked Lunch where in the middle... I don't
remember that movie that well.
Oh, well,
I saw it once. And I just remember a typewriter that looked like a anus or a vagina.
There's a scene where the guy is talking and he says, I'm not really talking to you right now. You just think I'm talking. And then he says, if you'll notice, my words aren't even lining up with what my mouth is doing. And then you realize, oh my gosh, he isn't. It was a very cool camera trick.
Do you know what my favorite Naked Lunch references is when...
is it The Simpsons?
Yeah, so when The Simpsons, when they go to see the movie, were they cutting school or something?
I think they cut school or something, and
they're like, "Let's go."
Nelson went with them.
Yeah, and they all leave, and they're like, they're not. That's not what they thought. They advertised. I just remember as a kid and everything when Naked Lunch came out, they advertised that as a horror movie, and it had Peter Weller from RoboCop in it, and I just remember it was in a lot of Fangoria issues.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Monsters, and I just remember watching that movie and going, what am I watching?
Yeah, well, it's a real literary... The book... Look...
It's not a horror movie.
No, it's not a horror movie. There are body horror elements.
Yes.
Which is...
I mean, it makes sense that Fangoria would promote it. And
yes.
If I was in a movie studio making Naked Lunch, I would sell it like a horror movie because,
what
my God...
That? I mean, the book, Naked Lunch, William S. Burroughs wrote the book and then cut it up and then jumbled it, and then reassembled it, and that's the book.
And he shot his wife in the head.
And then he shot his wife in the head. But the book
is in Mexico, so it was cool.
Yeah, right?
Is that what happened?
He did, he and his wife went down to Mexico. He put a shot glass on her head, tried to shoot. There's photos of this. And then he comes back, and he's hanging out with Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac and Neil Cassidy, and they're all like... Oh, it's a crazy story. I mean, this is
like a bad. What's his name? Henny Youngman.
Yeah,
like a bad Henny Youngman. Take my wife, please. Hey, shot my wife in the head in Mexico. Take my wife, please.
This should never have been a thing.
Best vacation I ever took. Oh,
the guy died not that long ago. He did an album with Kurt Cobain.
Yeah,
he lived in Lawrence,
shooting
Kansas.
Yourself in the head.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Oh, Andrew Dice Clay.
Hickory dickory duck.
Jesus. Well, anyway, so that's why I guess that's my edible story.
He needed the money.
It was
it's all there's nursery rhymes.
All right, well, after we got off on that before we got off on that
Bobby
tangent.
Frick.
Yeah, well, you had said that there's so many good movies out right now.
And I haven't seen any of them.
Well, I
saw Knives Out recently.
Oh, yeah, and you said that was great.
That was really good. There's a character in the movie. Spoilers to Knives Out. I'm not going to actually read it. I was telling my wife about this. So it's like The plot of the movie is there's a guy who dies. So there's obviously like it's almost like a remake of Clue, and not like Clue, which is an awesome movie. We should do an episode on Clue in the future.
Yeah,
future episodes.
All
of YSGOAT.
Yeah, right.
Future episodes previews, guys.
That would be that'd be a good one.
We might not talk about this till December next year.
Yeah.
Probably talk about it in January.
Is it January 7th.
Is it streaming on anything?
I don't know. I just read they made
I ain't paying for that shit.
A graphic novel, a Clue graphic novel came out this year called Candlestick.
And they make a reference. They say like the house looks like it came out of Clue, not the movie, but the game. And there's like all this family. The plot is like there's all these different family members, but the movie was made by Ryan Johnson, and one of the movie characters in it is Michael Shannon is an awesome actor.
Okay,
he plays one of the kids, and he has his own family.
Right.
And his son is like the 16-year-old, and they describe each of the kids and everyone in the family, and they describe him as a MAGA chud, alt-right piece of shit Twitter troll.
Oh, nice.
He's like a rich kid, rich white boy. It's played by the kid from It, one whose brother Georgie's killed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't realize it was him. My wife told me that.
Right.
I thought the way I saw this was I thought this was not like Ryan Johnson's way of telling everyone who all the alt-right shitheads that attacked the kid kind of resembled Ben Shapiro a bit.
Oh, nice.
They like purposely made him look very Ben Shapiro-ish. Punchable.
Yeah.
Lovable. Lovable. Like Ben Shapiro. You know, lovable. Like me. Ben Shapiro, I'm lovable.
Debate me.
Debate me. Yeah. That's a new prom. Is that how he laughs? There was like one thing I saw him, like Ben Shapiro was like laughing about Trump. Trump was being cruel, and he's like, "Oh my god, he's so cruel!" And I'm like, "What is wrong with you? You're like a. Do you laugh at dead bodies? Just he's awful. You know what it is? He's the kid from. Remember A Christmas Story? Not the bully. Okay. The friend of the bully.
Oh yeah.
Like there's Scott.
Right.
Farkas.
Right.
The redhead kid.
Yeah.
He had his shitty friend. That's Ben Shapiro. That's like all those alt-right. Like he's like the one who's like laughing.
Right.
So
like the salacious crumb.
Yeah, the salacious crumb of the He
is like Ben Shapiro is like the salacious crumb of Trump
of the alt-right.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Right.
So there's a character Knives Out, and I could totally tell that this was like it was like a little bit of a jab at like all the people who like I said, you can hate The Last Jedi.
Sure.
But you cannot deny the fact that there is a huge segment of people that are weaponizing the movie. And weaponizing.
Absolutely.
Like, if you start, like, when you lose me when you start saying, like, SJW. When you say you didn't like Last Jedi because of, like, SJW, goodbye.
Yeah.
That is
just
so dumb.
Using those words, SJW, using that initialization.
If you use that to describe anything, you lost me. Because I just think you're like... Do you even know what that means?
Right.
Like, I mean, you could make fun of, like, I can make fun of, like, a studio, like, trying to, exploit something. Exploit Me Too, exploit that type of stuff.
Right.
Exploit famous words. And I could see that. Like, it's kind of tasteless or whatever, pandering. But to just come in and say, like, I didn't like this movie because it had a SJW agenda, I'm like, my eyes roll all the way to the back.
I'm done with that.
Roll out. It's just like bowling pins that just fall.
I like hearing, as long as someone uses that phrase early in their discussion, I kind of appreciate it because then I know I don't have to listen. Yeah.
You didn't lead me into a trap.
Right.
It's like a guy showing up with a Confederate flag hat. I'm like, hey, thank you.
Hey, good looking out.
Easier. Thank you. That made it easier. Goodbye. So I thought that was kind of funny. But there's a bunch of great movies and I haven't seen it.
I generally don't see a lot of movies either, and it's only recently that I've started seeing them again.
I mean, you see movies. I'm talking about the theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, yeah, I'm sorry.
I used to go to like almost everything.
Me too.
Then I had a kid.
Right? Yeah. And my wife and I used to see movies, but even before then, when I was like younger, I would just see movies all the time. It didn't even matter if they were good or not. I'd just go see movies. That was like part of what I did.
Yeah.
And now, like if I see a movie, it's got to be a fucking really, I gotta know it's a really good movie or something I'm
or
really
it's
interested
something monumental.
Yeah.
That you've been wanting to see.
Right, because I only have so many bites at the apple, you know? So it's funny, when I was looking at our top 10 list, probably about half of them are brand new movies. But,
probably just because it's timely.
But a lot of them are like real old movies. And
Matrix,
Fight Club, Christmas
They Live.
Vacation, They Live was a great one.
Those are iconic movies.
They were iconic,
yeah.
right? So, I don't know. I mean, it feels weird sometimes talking about new movies because I haven't settled in on how I feel about them yet. Like,
well, Snowpiercer is probably another reason why it's probably gotten so many views, like you said, or listens.
Oh yeah,
is because of the new movie Parasite, which I really wanted to see.
Right. Okay.
The father in that movie is the guy who's like the engineer in Snowpiercer, the one who speaks in Korean like the whole movie except for like one or two lines.
Yeah.
In the end, he's like. And I really want to see it. It's just, like, it's funny. We live in an area where it's, like, if we want to go to, like, see some of these movies, you got to go to, like, go to Dow. You know, we got to go to a major city. We have to, like...
It's like a half-hour drive, minimum.
And these are excuses. But our podcast, we're not a review. We're not reviewing new movies. I mean, if we're reviewing a movie, it's like... I mean, it's fucking Star Wars. I mean, come on.
Right.
I mean, if you're listening to our podcast, you know that...
And we don't have a ton of rules to what we do, but one of the rules we do have is that we're not going to talk about things we don't like.
Right. We're not being paid. We're not work for a newspaper or whatever.
Right.
The things that kids are reading these days.
Right.
Tribunals or penny
Blogs,
savers.
Yeah.
Local town choir or
no, we're not going to waste our time talking about things we don't like.
We're not, we're not doing that. We're just doing what we like. I mean, it's funny. Like somebody sent like a list one time, like all these movies. Some of them were like really funny. I'm not even gonna name them, but it was just like, no, I wouldn't even like. It's not even worth my time because it's like I wouldn't even know what to say. I'd be like, yeah, this movie sucked. I hate it. Like I didn't like it to begin with.
It's funny. Like I don't know. We talked about this a little bit last week.
I wouldn't even consider myself a judge of it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Like I hate when you read a review of something. And you can tell the person doesn't even like the genre of it. Right. And it's like, well, then your opinion means, like, honestly, absolutely nothing to me.
That's what I was just... Look, I've never cared for Chinese food. I just don't... For whatever reason, I wish I did.
Something wrong with you.
Well, I like Indian food. I like... also, but, like, I've always wanted to like Chinese food because it's, like... everywhere and it smells good and all that, but like I've never liked it, so like my opinion about Chinese food is worth nothing.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, man, it makes total sense.
Right. Like
if you come in and you say like, well, I don't even like something, it's like the same thing. It's like the people who are like, studio caving fixing Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's like, like 90% of those people that are talking shit about are not going to see the movie and never will.
What's
95% of them.
Yeah. Exactly, and it's like I'm to a point in my life where I've just kind of accepted I'm not going to start liking Chinese food. I've given it a good go.
There's a good place around here, like a really good place.
Well, there's a place in Worcester, Massachusetts that had Chinese food that's as good as I've ever had, and I used to voluntarily and willingly go there.
Voluntarily.
I went there even on my own a few times. Yeah. And I got like a real limit. They had a lo mein, garlic lo mein, and they had scallion pancakes that were real good. But it was just like, I don't know. But like,
I got you.
Yeah,
right? Exactly. I'm going to it. It's like if
really
you don't
stretching
like
out this analogy.
Something, it's like I see people like even like trash Star Wars, and I'm like, well, you didn't fucking like it, so fuck you. Right. Or you don't even like or the people that trash Marvel movies. Yeah. I'm like, okay, how many did you see? Or have you read the comics? Have you seen... Because to me, it's not even just... Like, to me, the Marvel movies, the way they are, it's not really just the present movies. Right. The Marvel movies, to me, represent... There's a history, not just the comics. You have 20 years of other movies before the Marvel movies. Of, like, if you count the original Superman movie and the original Batman movie. Like, it all leads into that. And to me, to just judge them based on these movies, I'm looking at a much bigger thing. Like, I've read the comics my life. I'm really into it. And I've seen all the original Marvel movies, like the first Hulk movie, not even the TV show, I'm talking about the one from 2003.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like a whole. It's funny, people like forget that. Like Marvel had like from Blade to like the first Iron Man movie, there were already like a shit ton of Marvel movies. You had Ghost Rider, fucking Fantastic Four movies. You had like 3 or 4 X-Men movies before Iron Man even came out. You had 3 Spider-Man movies.
I think Spider-Man's the best example for me of like the challenge Marvel has with someone like me or Sony or whoever you want to say is making the movie. But like the average person is going to go see a Spider-Man movie and judge that Spider-Man movie based on, is it a good movie?
Yeah.
But I go into it a little different. Like, it's got to be a good movie, right? It's got to be a good movie. It's got to have a good story. It's got to have good special effects. But like, is it the Spider-Man I grew up with? Is it like when we always joke about the Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man TV show?
You joke about it.
Well, I do.
I remember. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Man, I remember.
I do remember that.
Dying to see the Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man when it came out. I was like, finally.
Any new content,
right?
It's like it didn't matter what it was.
When Spider-Man appeared on the Electric Company when I was a tiny little kid, he didn't speak. And it's like, and I just knew, I was like, this isn't Spider-Man. Spider-Man jokes around.
Did you ever see the Spider-Man from Japan?
It's
totally insane.
Right, he's doing,
it's insane. It's not even just that there's a robot in it. It's fucking weird. They said he's going to be in the new Spider-Verse sequel.
Oh, I'm 100%
and I hope they include every weird thing.
Yeah.
Because there's something to do with, like, the devil. There's all kinds of weird shit. Like, it's not even... The robot is the least weird part of the Spider-Man Japanese show.
But you know what I mean? Like, when you saw Spider-Man... like, that's why Tom Holland is so good at Spider-Man. Because Tom Holland is the Spider-Man I read about when I was in 6th grade.
He reminds me of the Spider-Man from the original cartoon.
Yeah.
His voice and everything. He's got a little bit of a Charlie Brown going on with the voice.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
It's like... He, to me, is like, he's nailed perfectly. He's, perfect age where they got him in. Like, the problem with the movies before Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they would get guys who were much older and they would want Spider-Man to be aged up. But I always thought the reason why I like this Spider-Man, even if you don't even like his own movies in this one, but him interacting Civil War, Endgame and the Avengers.
He's a kid.
It's perfect. He fits in perfectly. Everything's just like big to him. He's like, what? He's making movie references. He doesn't know what to do. He's like a little kid.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Well, that scene on the spaceship between him and Tony Stark and Doctor Strange and Iron Man is like telling him, hey, if you keep talking about Alien, the movie Alien.
But then they use it to kill an alien. They use the killing character. It's a genius way to rip off a movie
without
where you acknowledge that you're ripping it off because the main character is bringing it up as a reference. It's genius.
Well,
it's almost like
sense,
it's like, hey,
too.
look, because this kid is you can be Spider-Man. You're in it. But like, I just find it really strange when it's like the same people I saw on Twitter, like when they announced when Sony was like, oh, we're taking Spider-Man back, we're gonna remove the Spider-Man from Marvel movies. Fuck you. We're going to put him in a Silver Sable movie or something. And I remember getting into like a Twitter battle with a bunch of people. And I was like, these people don't even give a fuck. Half of them had like furry icons. Like furries icons. Like they don't give a fuck about Spider-Man. They care more about like...
Yiffing.
What? What?
Yiffing. I think that's the furry slang for. I think that's
fucking.
I think so.
Furries. Yiffing.
Furry fucking.
Oh God.
I believe so. I could be wrong.
Okay,
I don't want to
but
get angry.
Somebody said, "Fuck." What was it? No joke. Was it the Onion or somebody said about the Sonic? Was it the Sonic trailer? If they could jerk off or fuck it. There was that furry like.
No, that wasn't the Onion. It was a serious thing. Remember, we talked about this.
Yeah.
It was a news article, and they talked to a furry about Sonic, and the guy said basically like, if I can't jerk off to it, I'm not really interested or something.
Ew, what the fuck? I want my stomach to have a pot belly.
The weird like Pulp Fiction.
The fuck? Yeah. I want the pot belly. Like the
Belly
original Sonic from 1991.
Next thing you know, pregnant Sonic, right? I mean, that's how
Well,
it
that
happens.
explains the baby Sonic in the movie.
Right.
He's pregnant Sonic.
Fuck.
What if in the end of the movie it ends with him going, I'm pregnant, and the movie ends, and people just get up and they're like...
And then it's revealed that it was actually directed by Scorsese.
Directed by Martin Scorsese.
That explains Nicolas Cage in this movie.
What? Joe Pesci,
right.
Everybody, all the stalwarts.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Nicolas Cage was Coppola's kid, or cousin, nephew.
I think he was in a Scorsese film. Sure, why not? Sure.
Oh, sure. Was he in Peggy Sue Got Married?
Was that a Scorsese film?
That was something. Peggy Sue Got Married?
Peggy Sue Married was not a Scorsese film.
Peggy Sue Got Married was...
what was Kathleen Turner?
Yeah, Peggy Sue.
That was Kathleen Turner coming in.
Got married.
Asking if her movie starring her was...
Okay, hold on. Peggy Sue Got Married was... Oh, Coppola. I'm sorry. Yeah. But it was a Coppola film, right? Oh, Coppola.
Oh, he was another one they asked him about... Marvel films, and he got in on it too. And it was just like, dude, this guy's just stop. Yeah. It's like, this is what people like. In 10 years, will these movies age like a fine wine? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I think some of them will still. There's the ones that suck now will still suck 10 years from now, and the ones that are really good are still going to be really good.
You know what movie we saw and we talked about that I'm kind of conflicted on? It was in our top 10 for downloads. It was Us. Jordan
That's
Peele's
not
Us.
that good. It's not. It's a sophomore. But how could it be good? You had Get Out, which is almost what I would consider a perfect film.
Yeah,
because
really good.
It's all a perfect movie. And again, I'm not a film buff. I'm not. I mean, I like movies and stuff. I didn't take film classes. I didn't read up on film theory, and I don't take anything. But it's like there's some movies that just have a perfect pace, a perfect timing, perfect everything. Like RoboCop is one of them. The original RoboCop. Right. It's like the way it's paced, the way it like tells a solid story in an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
Get Out. I don't know how long it is. It's not 2.5 hours.
No.
Let's just say close to 2 hours. Let's say.
Yeah.
But in that time period, from the beginning to the end, it tells a solid, fast. It's like it reminds you of like some of those thrillers from like the 70s, but at the same time, it's modern.
Yeah.
And it moves perfectly. And you can rewatch it. You don't feel like if it's on, I'm going to watch it. Yeah, and it's perfectly it's perfectly quotable,
well acted, well scripted.
There's great lines that people will quote. I love when people use GIFs, like when the guy goes "Get Out," and it's used in some ways on Twitter. It can be very funny.
Well, and it's almost like I don't want to say primal, but it's like all those fears and those themes. They're just like built into you.
Like even though like the movie has from a black perspective, whatever, but it's still a universal feeling.
It's a universal feeling. Yeah, like you're right. It's much more relevant or specific.
How I felt when I went to an ex-girlfriend's family years ago for Christmas, and I was the only Jewish person there. Right. It's exactly the same way.
Well, it's like the feeling of being the other,
and they wanted to kill me.
Right.
And then she started hunting me.
Well, I think that's...
strange thing, too. She ate her Fruity Pebbles and didn't mix it with the milk either.
There you go. That was really weird. Sign. Well, the Get Out was undeniably great.
And the problem is, I think he made him... Us is like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but it does not live up to... It was almost like, okay, I'm going to make another thriller.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to top it by making it crazier and more far-fetched. And it almost reeked of, like, dude, you're going to, like, turn yourself into the next Shyamalama Ding Dong.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
It's like, don't get, it's a trap. Like I said, his next movie should be, like, so different. It should be, like, a period piece, a comedy, something just like, don't try to do a big twist and a big reveal in the end.
Remake Jane Eyre or something.
What? What?
Jane Eyre.
Remake She's Gotta Have It.
Yeah.
Or, remake
10 Things I Hate About You.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yep.
Or just do a...
Pretty in Pink.
Do a remake of Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Why not? Fuck it. Do it.
Well,
but get the original cast back as high school kids.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to see that. No, I wouldn't. That sounds horrible.
That sounds
Dig
awesome.
up, what's this, Ray Walson's body so he can Mr. Hand again.
Right.
And
My
it's just like
favorite
a skeleton. I'm like, that'd be sick.
Well, I think Us was a perfectly fine movie. I
It's
don't,
okay.
Yeah, I don't regret
hate
seeing it. I thought it was real interesting to talk about.
It has moments, and and it's funny because it follows like a structure, and even though it's obviously there's no way it could be in the same universe,
right?
It was like somebody brought up a good point. I don't know who it was. I would credit them if it did. They said problem with Us was it revealed too much that now there's questions to be asked. It's like when I say it's like when people start complaining about the bombs dropping out in Last Jedi. When you start going down that rabbit hole, now we can start saying, okay, if you have a problem with that, I have a problem with this.
Yeah.
Us comes in and starts to over-explain the world a little too much.
Right.
And by leaving it less nuanced, now there's this I explained a lot, but I didn't explain everything. But it's better you don't explain. It's like it would be better if they almost didn't explain anything.
Right.
By showing you the world down below. It's like it doesn't line up in your head. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, wait,
none of it makes sense.
Okay, I don't get it. So if spoilers for Us, the whole thing is revealed in the end that the main character was actually like a doppelganger the whole time. But it makes no sense because if she was the doppelgangers were they supposedly share the same soul as the people up top.
Yeah.
And if the one on the bottom goes up top and the one on the top goes to the bottom, wouldn't reality still be that the one that gets, even though she's now living among doppelgangers, wouldn't she be the one that controls the fate of the other one? Or it doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, well, I guess what you're saying is if they go up top and live the life, then they determine what happens to the people. Because she goes on that, when she's introduced, she talks about like, when you did this, I did this.
A cold rabbit.
When you did this, I did. And it's like, it's like what? And it makes no sense. It should be the other way around.
Yeah,
because she's the original.
And I mean, I guess he was trying to make a metaphor or something.
Well, it was about class struggle. Yeah. It was not class struggle. It was more about like, hey, listen, and we brought this up. I said like somebody gets like a house in their 20s. Well, guess what? They're above you already.
Right.
It's all about the haves and have-nots and the people. Because they even talk about within the movie where like they're doing okay, but they had these friends who were like way richer, and they were either trust fund kids or it doesn't even matter. They were just on another level, and they're not there.
Right.
And then, but. At least they have things because the things they're dealing with have nothing.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's like that meme of the guy who has everything.
Oh, yeah.
He's eating all the cookies.
Right,
and one guy has the one cookie and the other guy's just literally eating dust of cookies. And the guy says, look over there.
Yeah.
Takes his cookie, so he That's the characters in Us. They're the ones in the middle.
Yeah.
But they're still doing better than the guy below.
I guess, I mean, it's definitely a movie worth seeing. And I think it's on Netflix right now, or
I think it's on HBO.
HBO,
yeah.
so one of the channels. I guess.
I mean, it's worth a watch.
Sure,
if you have it.
If you haven't seen it, it is.
It's not as good as Get Out.
No.
And I the way I see it, I'm just like, listen, you know what? Take some time, go star in someone else's movie, go be an actor in other people's movies, do something else. Go, but don't do.
Yeah.
Like, take a break. Like, if you don't have a movie yet, I think he probably got a lot of pressure to, like, you got to get a movie out.
Take some time.
Like, because if he stays down that path, unless he comes in, who knows, he might come in and be like, he might have something amazing. And I'm not saying he can't, it's doable.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not him. I really do.
It's funny. I'm like thinking back on all the episodes we've done, and like for the longest time, I think my favorite has been Fight Club. Or one of my favorites has been Fight Club. I liked The Matrix and They Live.
Well, those are great subject matters.
They're great. Well, I think that the ones I've had the most fun doing, the ones that I think have worked the best, are the ones where it's like, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. You can watch it without thinking about
anything.
They're
timeless, and there's so much in it. I think those movies, like I said, we brought up Matrix, and and Fight Club just because of like what's going on in modern political times, and how these movies and messaging is abused, like red pilling and all that. There's a fun theory. I think it was Screen Rant, Screen Crush. It was like one of these things on YouTube. Screen Rant, Screen Crush, or one of these. I don't know what the fuck it was. Who knows if they got from somewhere else. The theory on the Matrix. Okay. And I was gonna bring it up. I found out way after we recorded the episode. Everything is in the Matrix. Everything. Not even Zion.
Right. Even
all things. Everything is in the Matrix. The ones that think it's like and they say it's the scene when he talks to Colonel Sanders. Okay. Which is crazy that the Colonel, he's like, you got my 7 spices or whatever. He's like, but I also run the Matrix. Yeah. Little secret. Very weird. Yep. I run the Matrix too. That's how I have these 7 secret spices. It's like, what? Yeah. The guy who looked like Colonel Sanders explains everything about the Matrix, and he talks about. Remember when he talks about like this is the 7th iteration? Yes, right. And he says like basically they set it up so that it allows a Zion, and but it's something he's hinting at like no, the Zion is a computer simulation also. Right. Everything in the Matrix is literally a computer simulation. He said there was like there was 3. There was the Matrix itself, Zion. I don't know what the third one is. I don't know if it's considered like when they go off the Matrix or like I don't know. There was a third one, but I found that really interesting. It almost makes sense. It's like because it's like this repetitive cycle that like the Matrix has to like recycle itself.
Well, it would make sense too. Like if the Matrix exists, like if there is a Matrix, then why wouldn't everything be a part of it? You know what I mean? Like in a weird sort of way.
It's like they said that like Zion exists for the people that 10% of the population that cannot assimilate to the Matrix. There's something in there that
something. Yeah, they won't calibrate.
They got to rebel against something. Yeah, it's like that guy from the Star Wars thing we talked about. Yo, what do you got? It's Marlon Brando before you.
Right, from the Wild One.
Yeah, what do you got? And then Richard Pryor showed up.
Yeah, that was a great Lisa Simpson scene too. When they're like, "Lisa, what are you rebelling against?" And she does the "What do you got?" like from the Wild One.
Yeah, Richard Pryor showed up.
Well, I don't know. So those were my favorite for a long time. The Matrix and the Fight Club and the They Live, and they still are. But lately we've done a few, like, look, I like Christmas Vacation a whole lot, but I would never put that in as like, oh, that's a top 10 movie of mine. Like, I would never consider that one of my favorite movies.
They can't all be our favorite movies, or we'd be out of episodes.
But like Snowpiercer 2, Snowpiercer I liked a lot, but like, I never thought of that.
You probably forget about it. Some of these movies have more marketing involved. Here's the thing. Yeah. You may like a lot of these movies, they might be your favorite, but they're shared and talked about a lot. There are really good movies out there that just don't get the love or don't get the marketing behind it or share or the constant re-release.
I think you're right.
It's like the thing I said about Tough Turf starring...
Right. What did you say that was a prequel to?
To Avengers Age of Ultron.
Well, I would say like you're right. When I say I like Fight Club or The Matrix, I have the entire world kind of validating that for me. Everyone says,
and I'm not saying like, oh, you're a sheep. It's just it's just marketing.
Right.
There are just things, there's... And there's not a lot of YouTube videos and podcasts about the movie. Let me think. Pull something out of my ass.
Well, Snowpiercer's not a bad one. I mean, like,
right, but it's not. It's brought up, but it's like in the periphery a little bit. I'm not going to bring up some cyborg starring Jean-Claude Van Damme or something.
No, but I think you're right. Like, look, there's a lot of people talking about some of these bigger movies and everything, but like some of the more fun ones, like there isn't like a ton of like critical discussion about Christmas Vacation. There really isn't.
Well, I think that it's become a bigger. It's become bigger over the years. Like you said, there was Chevy Chase was doing like a tour with the movie for Christmas, and there was like a lot of people going to that. Like that movie means a lot to people. Like people love that film, and it survived the test of time. It's like it's weird. It's like some movies, like what they call like it's like the 10, 15 year, 20-year test. If,
Okay.
if a movie can survive, if people will still talk about a movie 20 years later, you got a classic on your hands.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
There are so many fucking movies from the 2000s that I forgot even existed because no one... There's so much shit that comes out a year. I'm talking about big films. I'm not talking about little ones either. I'm talking about big films that come out. No one will even fucking remember they exist.
Every once in a while, you and I will get together like via text, and we'll say, "Well, what do we want to talk about this week?" And neither of us will know initially.
Yeah.
And so I'll Google like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like if it's December 2019, I'll Google movies that came out in December.
And you'll be like, "Holy shit, that came out!" And you have like a thin memory of it.
Yes. And there are some movies where I was like, "I remember when that came out, and it was
Yeah.
hugely important to me, and I barely remember it." The Crow is kind of a good example of that for me. Like, that was a big, big, legit movie for me. It was a big, legit movie, period, back in the day. I rewatched it, well, you know, when we did our episode on it, and I was like, man, I forget a lot of this. I mean, some of this isn't as good as I remember.
Yeah.
Some of it was just kind of a weird thing. And that's one that I was genuinely interested in.
Again, it's like some movies, though, just, especially, like, unfortunately... for some more like superhero type films.
Yeah.
And it's not really a knock against some of the creators of it. It's just that, like, you know, especially if you haven't seen it in a long time, you've seen so much good stuff since then.
Right.
Your taste changes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like somebody's like, Outback makes the best steaks.
Right.
You might expand your palate a little. You're going to go back and say, I was very wrong.
Steaks. Right.
Try a couple of steaks. Go to an Omaha steak or something.
Well, that is true. And we all...
You know, yeah, go ahead.
No, we talked about that too, where like, we just have like an embarrassment of content now. Like so many...
Well, that's the thing too. We're
riches,
talking about
you know?
like... When we were kids and like you were talking about the Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man.
I was thrilled to get that.
Horrible though.
It was terrible.
It was boring as shit.
Yes.
But the fact that there was even a guy in a spider suit
red suit.
shooting a web.
Amazing.
Even if like it was all you got.
Yeah.
It's all you had. All you had at the time was some shitty cartoon that came out in the 60s. I don't even think even the Spider-Man Amazing Friends was out yet. The cartoon.
No.
That one was pretty good.
Look, all I had at the time was I had the Electric Company version of Spider-Man, and then I had the Nicholas Hammond live action.
Like kids today, and I'm not trying to sound like an old man, like damn kids today, but they have so much fucking content. They have a shit ton of Spider-Man games. I don't even know. I would say, like, if I could, not counting every version of a game, but like if you counted every individual game, not every system, it would be like in the hundreds of just Spider-Man alone.
Yeah.
And then like you don't even. I mean, I remember when like there was a Spider-Man game coming out for the Genesis. Oh man, I saved up all my money. It was a big fucking deal. It came out like in the late 80s or early 90s for the Sega Genesis. It was the biggest freaking deal, man. I played that. I replayed that game so many times. It was like, that's all I had. It's like I had the comic books, and the comics are great, but it's like, at the end of the day, they're just drawings. But it's like once you start seeing animated. And then like Spider-Man, the thing about the Spider-Man Genesis game was, you know, I had Spider-Man for the 2600, which was
I remember
crap.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it was cute for what it was, but and there was maybe like some other thing. I don't know. There might be something for Nintendo, but like this was like 16-bit game. It was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! I could like do things like
right.
There's actual details.
I think Spider-Man's a good example for that for me because he was such an important part of my like early elementary school life, you know, and to see him, like, it's just such a crazy thing to see, like, Tom Holland be Spider-Man now is just, like, a really rewarding
But it's not even
thing.
just that, though. The way they make movies now and things back now, it's like things were just locked. It was done. A lot of things being made CGI. It's like, they can go back and fix Sonic. I mean, they're going to have to, like, get a slave farm to do it, but they could go back and do it.
But they can do it,
They couldn't do that back then. It was like, yes, we filmed it.
Right,
all our budget went into that costume, and we filmed everything.
Yeah.
Milhouse refuses to be in the movie, so I guess we're just gonna throw it in the can.
Yeah.
Wow. Jimmy Jokers. Speaking of, and I brought it up. I'm surprised it hasn't gained more traction.
Huh.
Princess Leia and Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker is so bad.
Yeah.
It's like people don't want. Like I'm not. This is not a knock on the.
No, it's not.
Passing.
I mean,
it's just not. It's really done badly. Like I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's one part of the movie I don't want to see again.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
It's like she's like the whole conversation is like Ray saying all these words and then her going,
right.
I guess.
Yeah, nodding and coming up with these kind of vaguely non-sequitur.
Did you get me the sandwich? Like they said any dialogue they could get, like anything.
They just reused her scenes from the Blues Brothers.
Burbs. Or
Burbs. Yeah.
Patrick Dempsey plays like a guy who just fucks like a bunch of people's like wives. And Carrie Fisher is one of them.
Right. I forget that one. Did she do, what was it, Postcards from the Edge? Was that her?
She wrote it.
Oh, she wrote it.
It's supposed to be kind of about her.
Yeah, it was Meryl Streep was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know.
But we live in a time now where there's just so much fucking content.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't like it, don't worry. There'll be something out within a year.
Just wait a minute.
You just go back and like rewatch some of that other stuff because you got a whole library.
Oh yeah.
And it's all getting consolidated. All these studios that like are just
yeah. It is weird. Although a lot of it's getting consolidated, like some of it is getting really segmented too. Like I have to have like 4 or 5 streaming services now, and
I'm seriously thinking I need to drop cable this year.
Oh well,
it's a waste of money.
We went to Hulu. I told you this, and I cut our cable bill in half. We still use a cable company to provide internet because we need high-speed internet here. Yeah. And but even with the cutting, we used to pay. We used to pay $200 and some for internet and cable, and we cut that, and now we pay like $60 for internet and $60 for the really nice Hulu package with live TV and X, Y, and Z. So now we're up to $120, and we pay Netflix, which is like $15.
Yep.
And we pay Amazon Prime.
Yep.
But we also...
You're using it for other reasons. They have other services. So
then we have Disney Plus.
Yep.
And we have CBS All Access.
Why do you have that for? What's the real reason?
The real reason is my wife watches Big Brother. And they, in the summer, they stream that shit 24 hours a day. So like you log in... And you can choose between like 4 different cameras.
Oh, it's like the worst people in the world too. But hey, no offense to the people on the show.
They are
vacuous.
Yes, they are soulless golems.
Made of mud.
It is true. I stand by my assessment. And then,
except they serve no good purpose.
And. The new Picard series.
That looks pretty amazing.
It looks awesome.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says. When I see that, I'm like, that looks amazing.
Right. Oh, if all it is like a My Dinner with Andre version of Picard having interesting guests. Oh, yeah. It's like this week on Picard, and it's just like him.
You made a reference to Picard in an episode of our podcast talking about
yeah.
You said it was something to do with...
Was it hair loss?
Picard and the Borg. And it was a reference to something else we were watching.
There's a scene in the very first episode where Picard experiences the Borg Q, which is kind of like a Loki character.
Yeah, Q is he's the Mr. Plick. He's a Loki. He's like just a lovable nuisance.
Right.
He's a god.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he wants to teach Picard a lesson as to how small Picard is, because Picard's a little proud at the time.
Well, wasn't he also like he himself was kind of robotic?
Yeah.
The way he was kind of unemotional and very stern and like.
But he transported the Enterprise to the quadrant or the sector where the Borg were,
and Q was the one who introduced the Borg to Star Trek,
right? And Picard was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, he didn't say this precisely.
What the fuck?
He was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like it was as if. We've talked about this on a couple, and this is not a great example of it, but times in which characters have these realizations, and this is one type of realization. The world's bigger
than it's the Matrix when he's whoa.
Yes, bigger than. Now, there's another type of revelation, like the anamnerosis, where a character realizes that he or she has been missing a crucial piece of information, and now he's in possession of it. Like Luke and Vader.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're my dad. Fuck.
Yeah.
Now, and then you re-examine everything from where you came from before. But yeah, we talked about like Picard realizing like, oh shit, I did not understand this world. And that was I love that scene where Picard's like, fuck.
Well, yeah, it's like everything you thought you knew is completely, and there's like a major dangerous threat.
Yeah,
and it's literally, it may not be there yet. But you better prepare because that thing's going to show up anytime.
I think what I brought
it's like
that
my
up,
shitter pipe in my house. Early this year, my year in review,
yes,
we had a plumbing problem and the toilet wouldn't flush.
Right.
And I was like, oh no. I experienced this before in another house, but we rented it. We didn't pay for it.
Yeah. A much better feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have shitty landlords, though, they'll take their time on it. The pipe was broken under the house. First we got a plumber to come out, emergency come out, clean out the plumbing, and they found cracks in the pipe.
Yeah.
The pipe would still work, but it's cracks in the pipe, leads to foundation problems.
Right.
All kinds of nightmare shit. We kind of let it go for the whole year. No, the whole time I was kind of paying attention, and then one day it gurgled again, the pipe. Right. And I was like, oh no. And I got someone to come out and cleaned it, and they said there was a big root. They cleaned it out. I was like, all right, this is inevitable. I have to. Right. This is my board.
It is the Thanos.
This is my Thanos. This is my board. I have to do it. And it costs a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Literally
a shit ton.
And it was like, it was broken, like the pipe on the house from 10 feet all the way out to the sewer was completely replaced. Had to get done.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's one of those things. It was it's like, it's my Borg. It's going to come. Yeah. I can't ignore it.
Right.
That's my year in review.
Well, you brought up
shitty year in review.
At the time, you said that it was like when at the end of Iron Man, when Nick Fury shows up and it's like, look, there's a bigger world out there.
Yeah.
My 2019 in review. My 2019. Look, I'm putting this within the context, as I'm sure you are, of being like a relatively privileged person in life. My 2019 sucked in a lot of ways. I mean, it didn't suck like sewer pipe wise, but like just like all these little weird things. And so there's been a lot of great things, but like I've kind of come to. I talked earlier this episode about like being here, being present, and everything, and just sort of like taking things day by day. And I don't know. I think like I moved out here from Florida, a couple of years ago. And I had all these ideas of like what this would be, and obviously life doesn't, conform to what you thought
right.
things would be, and so I've like had to reconcile like, well, maybe this is awesome, Have we ever talked about that? What is it that essay? This is Holland. There's this great essay. I think it's called like "Welcome to Holland" or "This is Holland" or something like that. And anyway, this woman she's writing about. Having I don't mean to equate these two things, but she's writing about having a kid with Down syndrome. And she's like, it's kind of like if you live your whole life waiting for a trip to Paris and you're planning it and you're learning the language and you're like, I'm going to go to the Eiffel Tower, I'm going to go to this and that or whatever. And you've spent years planning this trip to Paris and you get on a plane and you land and you're in fucking Holland, right? And you get off and you're like, this isn't, and you immediately get down on it. But like, that's not really what happened. Like, you're in Holland, which is also awesome. It's just not what you expected.
Right.
And like, if you think about it in those terms, like, Holland's like fucking, it's got tulips, it's got like all these great things, and like, had you been anticipating Holland, you would have been perfectly happy to be to Holland. And I don't know, it's just like one of those things. But yeah, I mean, like, I didn't have anything as dramatic as like.
There's been a lot of other things in my life. I'm not going to get into it.
Well, yeah, of course.
But that was just a funny little thing, and we finally got fixed like a month ago. So it's like a year long. It started early in the year, ended, but there's been like other problems with that. There's been like a lot of financial problems this year with the house. Like just it's like, what's next year going to bring? Next year, I can't even fathom next year. We have an election next year. Mm-hmm. We have like it's funny. Like, it's a lot of things that I like on an entertainment level.
Yeah.
Have ended this year. It's like the last Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah.
The last, even though there will be Marvel movies keep going, but that Avengers Endgame
that phase,
like that, like major storyline, and I don't know if they'll ever be able to like repeat
how they
that.
top it. Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, they can make good movies. There's no way they're gonna be able to do this, and you can't redo it. It's just the same thing then. there's like a lot of things like on a bullshit level, entertainment wise, it's like have ended for me. Like Watchmen, not the series, even though the series was awesome.
Right.
There was this comic called like Doomsday Clock. Finally
Oh,
ended.
yeah,
It took
yeah.
like 2 years to come out, ended. And it's like a lot of stuff. And I find myself in a point now where like I don't want to buy, like, I'm like, am I done with comics in general? Because like a lot of stuff has ended that I read.
Right.
And I'm like, do I want to keep buying them?
They're
Like,
pricey, yeah.
well, it's not even that. It's also space. But it's like, am I even enjoying a lot of the stuff?
Right,
anymore?
right.
It's like the stuff I read is ended and it's just going to get redone or repackaged or, whatever. And then next year, you go into like the re-election, the election, or hopefully not re-election.
The re-election,
or
right.
imprisonment. I mean, who the fuck knows what's going to happen next year? I mean, we were going to talk about the debate. We could talk a little bit about where the last debate, and then wrap this podcast up.
Yeah.
Did you watch it at all, or you just
I did not watch the whole debate. I watched.
It came out the same night. The debate happened the same night we went to see Star Wars, so we had to take our priorities.
Right, exactly. And I watched. I think it was. Was it CNN? What was the debate on?
PBS.
PBS.
I think it was the best debate because there was only 7 people there.
Yeah, I watched a highlight reel, and it was basically they took each person and they give a 5 or 6 minute synopsis of that person.
Yeah.
And so
you gotta be careful where you watch them. Everyone's it's like there's some places where Bernie Sanders doesn't even exist.
Well, I'll tell you here's the big
Olsen, Amy Klobuchar is amazing, but no one's supporting her. It's
here's the big takeaway for me, and I find this a little shocking about myself, but maybe other people wouldn't. Is that I think I remember when this race first started, I was pretty sure I wanted Harris or Warren to win.
Yeah.
And those were my candidates. And then Harris dropped out, and I was and it was weird because I was left with Warren,
right,
which should have been one of my top 2 choices, but I wasn't happy, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't happy. And my brother Matthew and I talked quite a bit, and I was like, I think Bernie's my guy. And I had always kind of been resistant to Bernie because of like the awkwardness between him and Hillary. But I think like now my support is moving pretty firmly towards Bernie. Not that I ever disliked him. I always liked him quite a bit, but like I found that a little surprising.
Yeah, I pushed myself. I mean, I've always been for Bernie. I've voted for him in the primary. I just didn't, and I think he's had a little bit more of a renaissance. I feel like in the beginning when there was too many voices, I was like, all right, well, this guy was here 4 years ago.
Yep. Seemed a little old news.
And, and a lot of people are already taking his rhetoric, but he's legit.
Yeah.
I like Warren. I feel like, again, I don't know if I'm being gaslighted into not liking her. I don't know what it is. I still like her. I still like Warren. I don't give a fuck what other people say.
Yeah.
She's not Pete Buttigieg. She's not Amy Klobuchar.
Right.
She's not Joe Biden. Was she a Republican in her 40s? I guess.
Sure.
I don't know.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter. Her record is different. And I'm sure there's people who will be like, oh, she voted for us. Well, guess what? There's a lot of fucking things. Bernie supported the NRA in some levels.
Oh, look.
I mean, like, you're gonna
ago.
find shit in everything. But at the end of the day, none of those fucking people are Donald fucking Trump.
Right.
None of those people are fucking Trump. And if people don't wake the fuck up, you will get another fucking 4 years. Now, I will tell you, I know people are saying, well, it's a primary, you should do it. I'm like, yes, I get that. We should talk about it, but be aware of organizations and groups that bash candidates, specifically ones that are more considered Democrats, and they support candidates like Yang or Tulsi, or they claim they like Sanders, because they know they're not. Because Sanders was always an independent. Yang is not really a Democrat, and Tulsi is definitely not a Democrat. Yeah. Be wary of those organizations, because I don't know. There's something shady about them. It's like they try to create this like level of like they're the true leftists. They're the true this or whatever, and it's like. I'm losing words here. I'm like, maybe I have to like edit it out and like get the
I follow
going.
what you mean.
But like, I support Sanders. I would also support Warren.
Of course.
I will support Biden if he wins. I definitely don't want Buttigieg to get it, but he's not going to get it.
He's not.
No, Buttigieg is not going to get it. They went after Buttigieg a lot during the debate.
And it showed. Like, it exposed a lot of the cracks in his facade.
Well, I mean, again, it's like, dude, he's 38 years fucking old, and he's been the mayor of South Bend, and a college town, and he won by, like, what, 8,500 votes?
Yeah.
It's like this guy, Sam Sater from Majority Report, makes a joke, says that, you know, when he won, like, college president or something, he won more votes.
Yeah.
He won more votes than the guy. And then, I mean, like, that says a lot. It's like, you know, I said the same thing. It's like about, like, fucking Palin. When she was running in 08 as McCain, they said, well, she's governor of Alaska.
Alaska, yeah.
And I was like, who gives a shit? There's more people living in Queens, New York.
Yeah, there is.
There's people who have to run for borough president and have to win more votes than Sarah Palin had to win as governor of Alaska. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, so...
Yeah, I'll vote for... I mean, I'd be hard-pressed.
Buttigieg is not going to be the nominee. Yeah. Fuck Mike Bloomberg. Did you see that thing about Bloomberg? Well, he wasn't even at the debate.
Prison labor stuff.
Are you shocked?
I guess I'm just shocked in the sense... I don't know. I think... Yeah, I don't know. I'll vote for any Democrat... Like any Democrat who's going to get the nomination.
Any of those organizations that are trashing all the Dems, except for like Yang or them.
Sure.
Be wary of them and what their messaging is when the primary starts. And if they start trashing the primary, you should ignore those fucking groups and those like talking heads and those like YouTube personalities or whatever, because they have an insidious agenda. Because at the end of the day, it's all about power. And if you have no power, it's all about. And I'll say this again: I don't give a shit. And I can't stand people who say things about purity tests or blah, blah, that. It comes down to this. It's all about the door being open. If Hillary Clinton was president, I don't care what you think of her. If she even had, I don't even care if you really think that Hillary Clinton has a fucking basement with
a pizza shop sex ring.
Then you're insane. But if you think that, guess what? At the end of the day, the door is open. Even if it's open. Even if it's not open as wide as you want it to be, it's open. But guess what? When Trump or any Republican is in the White House, the door is slammed shut. Yeah. You cannot get in unless you're an oil company.
Well, it's a pay-to-play.
A meat packing company, a Walmart, or a fucking televangelist, or Kanye.
Yeah, if you can deliver something to them, then you're in.
Right, and millions, buco bucks, and fits their agenda and fix their culture war, Fox News, whatever bullshit. You're not getting in.
Yeah,
it's all about power. And I'm sorry if Bernie's not the nominee, or if the Yang or whatever it is you claim you like is not the nominee. We better support, unless you don't. Unless then you're either crazy or you're misguided, because you have. If you don't get, I know it's like some people saying like, oh well, if we just wait another 4 years and put the person we write. Well, guess what? If Trump stays in the White House for 4 more years, I don't give a fuck. And I know that people are saying like, oh, don't use that. You're using that scare tactic rhetoric. Get me a vote for a no good centrist, and I'm like, no. First of all, I'm not in a part of any political machine. I'm not paid by anybody. I'm just a guy with an opinion. And it's like the same thing. Like, maybe I shouldn't speak out. Maybe I should shut the fuck up. It's like the person who made that mistake. And I said, well, what about everybody else looked? It didn't pay off for me to do that. If anything, it probably hurt me. And it's like, I'm just saying like,
no, I'm with you.
You got we have a nightmare right now. It's like it's slightly amusing sometimes because he slurs his words and he misspells things. It's very funny, haha. But he's a fucking distraction.
Yeah,
he's a distraction. They're doing all kinds of insidious shit. You don't even know it. They'll revert all the judges that are being put through. There's what was it, some 37-year-old judge?
Oh yeah,
who has zero credit.
They've never. Yeah, there's some.
I mean, they are just packing the courts with horrible people that can let's say Bernie Sanders becomes president.
Yeah.
And he puts through something.
One
of those Trump judges can come through and block it.
Yeah. It's scary. Well.
And it's it's like, I don't know. It's like, if you have no power, you have nothing.
Right.
I mean, like, I'm sorry, that's what it's about. They know that it's all about power.
Yeah.
They play that game, but we're so spread thin. I don't know. I watched that debate, and I'm like, okay, Buttigieg is not going to get it.
No,
this is just killing time. He might. The only thing that he can do, where he can do some damage, is it's funny. It's like I'm almost like, does he hurt? Who does he hurt more? Does he hurt Sanders or does he hurt Biden more?
I think he hurts Biden more. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't know that.
There's always like everyone always has like nightmare scenarios of like candidates like leading to a Democratic convention where they have to vote on, and I'm like, I don't think it's going to come down to that.
I don't either. I think I don't know. I think the more I think about it, the more I could see Sanders pulling this off, and I think Sanders beats Trump.
I just think I think Sanders would beat Trump. I think there's also this nihilist approach where there's some people who are just like, yeah, Trump's got to get reelected. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You could stop that.
Doesn't have to be that way.
He doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
You could just get rid of that attitude. Now, I know people are saying that, like, the reason why some people say that is because he didn't win.
Right.
He didn't win. And he became president. And even, like, Michael Moore brings up a point. He goes, if we're going to win, we have to win really,
really big. Yeah.
Like, big, because it will stop Trump from saying bullshit like it was. I mean, he's going to say whatever the fuck he wants.
No,
anyway.
but if you look, if Obama won Indiana, if a Democrat wins like a state like Indiana, maybe not Indiana itself, but like if a Democrat wins Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida, then there's no that was rigged. I mean, like, look, that's a convincing win.
I think Florida's lost.
I think...
I'm not saying they shouldn't focus on it, but I think Florida's a loss.
I think so. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think that the 3 states that Hillary should have won, the Democrats should win that no matter what.
Well, you gotta have
very stupid not to have representation.
They lost Pennsylvania. They lost Michigan.
Pennsylvania is the one in Michigan. I don't even understand that. I don't even understand how the state where the Republican governor caused that water crisis, and it still went to Trump. I don't get it.
Well, I don't know.
And then beware of the third party. I'm sorry. And if you see people on Facebook that are posting things about like
fuck that.
Libertarian candidate, go ahead. They'll pilfer votes away from Trump. But if they're posting some Green Party bullshit, this ain't the election, folks. And I know that people say, "Oh, you see that every election." Well, I'm going to say in this election.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. All we can look at right now is what we have in front of us. This isn't it.
Yeah. I know. Sorry. Yeah, I know. We can make that. You're right. It's like, this is it. We can make comparisons to the past or elections that might happen in the future, but this is the one we have in front of us.
Yeah.
And this is not the one for some Jill Stein bullshit or for some... I don't know. It's... I don't know what to do next year. I don't know what to do. Like, I have no idea what next year is going to bring me, like, for my artwork, what I'm doing for work. Like, everything's always new. I have no fucking clue.
It is.
It's a new decade, even though technically new decade is 2021. No, it's a new decade.
Yeah.
2020, buddy.
Right.
You got a different digit in the front. It's new.
It is. It's going to be weird.
No one says 19 when it says 20 in the front. I know.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think we got a good shot at 2020.
Yeah. In general?
In general, yeah.
Is this the year of the goat?
I think this could be the year of the goat.
What's the year of? Is there a year of the
I don't know.
Chinese calendar?
I'm sure there is. Let me just see. Because, the Chinese New Year doesn't begin until,
that's fine.
February?
Oh, that's close
Chinese New Year, Chinese year, year animal? Would that be what they call it?
It's the rat. Close enough.
The year of the rat.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Rudy Giuliani.
Fuck. All right. Well, this is a good place to end it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, dude. I mean, thanks for listening to all this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, this will probably come out like New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's Eve.
Let's try to get this out Monday.
Okay, yeah. We'll put it out Monday.
Yeah.
And then we'll start the new year. Do you have an idea of what you want to do?
Well, I mean, Mandalorian, I thought would be the first one.
That's right,
Never stop talking about Star Wars.
Right.
But this would be like...
The last one for a little while, yeah.
What about the Cassian Endor series?
Right.
What the hell was that? I always thought that was bizarre of all Obi-Wan makes total sense.
Right.
But Cassian Endor, I was like... Like,
I'll give it a whirl.
I guess. I mean, I'm not going to watch it. Come on.
I thought The Mandalorian was going to be terrible, and it's
no,
been
I
amazing.
knew that. Okay, when I saw that, I was like, okay, I want to see that. Cassian Andor, the guy from Rogue One, it's like the guy's already dead. Like, it's the same actor.
Right.
He died. It's
okay.
Spoilers.
Well, okay, so we'll begin year 2, season 2. We'll call it season 2.
Of YSGOAT.
Yeah.
Season 2?
Right.
Season 2. What will it bring? New powers.
Right.
Maybe a sponsor.
Yeah. Well, it's
you gotta start profiting off this podcast,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you don't have a podcast unless you're profiting off it.
Right.
Right now, we're doing it for the love.
Yeah.
But
no, there should be cash.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll come back. Season 2 with the Mandalorian, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you'll already probably seen like a million reviews of it, but we're just gonna talk about the whole season.
Right.
Probably just spend about an hour talking about Baby Yoda.
At least.
But it'll be a new year by the time you hear it. I mean, we'll have flying cars.
Yeah.
Replicants.
Food pills.
Silent Green.
Tricorders.
Portals.
Right.
It's going to be sick. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm Rob Israel.
I'm Joseph K.
And I'm Babu Frick. We're still going on about
that.
Thank you for listening to You Still Going On About That. Please like, comment, share, and if you haven't done already, please follow us on Instagram, YSGOAT, Facebook, YSGOAT, and Twitter, YSGOAT. Thank you, and have a great day.